Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the IWN YouTube channel. I'm IWN. We are live for AEW Dark episode 169. Plus, I have your donating AEW Wednesday afternoon news. If you guys are new to the channel and want to see more watch-alongs and reviews on the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for all notifications. Follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram. You can add me on Snapchat, because those are the only accounts I have right now. I don't have Tumblr. I don't have Twitter. I don't have Twitch. I don't stream on Twitch. I stream games on YouTube. I don't know if I'm streaming games again or not. There's a new DLC pack coming out for Xenoverse 2. Actually, there's two new DLC packs coming out for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. So I may be streaming Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 as soon as the DLC pack comes out. And I'm going to be getting PlayStation Plus as soon as the Dragon Ball Heroes Pack 1 and 2 comes out for Xenoverse 2. That's going to be great. I can't wait to see what's in those packs. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome, man. I mean, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is already one of the best Dragon Ball video games ever. Already. I can't wait to get back on there, man, and start helping people complete the new paraquests that we're going to get on the game. Because I've completed just about every paraquest on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, man. I got tired of doing the same things over and over again, so I just stopped streaming games for a while, you know. I'm happy to be here as always, man. I'm never happy when I have to go to work for some reason. Maybe I think it's because of this job. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I'd be glad when November get here. I'm talking about next November, next month, next year. I'm be glad. I really, really do be glad when next year's November gets here to where I can leave KFC for good. It'll make me feel like a weight was just completely lifted off of my shoulder. Because I'm going to be honest, the last few months, I've been stressed out. I've been through a lot. I haven't been myself lately. I still, to this day, don't feel like myself. I ain't going to never stop saying it. When your father and mother dies, you're never going to be yourself. That's always going to be like that. It's always going to be like that in life, man. You know? And to be honest, to be completely honest, I wasn't even going to go live with a Dark watch along. I was just going to wait till Dynamite tonight and go live with a Dynamite watch along. I really was. I wasn't even planning on going live with an AEW Dark watch along. I said, I figured since I was told that this week's Dark delivered, I figured I'd go ahead and go live with an AEW Dark watch along to watch AEW Dark and see how good the show was. The show actually was this week. We are going to find out here in just a minute. I hope everybody joins the live chat and watches AEW Dark with me, man. Because there's not often that I watch AEW Dark and Elevation these days. I don't watch both shows anymore for the simple fact that A, they are just unintelligently boring, and B, they are uninteresting to watch. The shows they don't have any good feel. Elevation and Dark doesn't have a good feel. The matches are always so cringe. The matches are always terrible. Some of the matches on there are squash matches. I don't like squash matches being booked on Dark and Elevation every week. Remember, I've said this countless of times, months ago. Tony Khan needs to cut the shit with all these squash matches. There's no sense in booking squash matches for Dark and Elevation for these young rising stars when they already know what they're getting into. Just like the women's division. The reason why the women's division has been called complete garbage, the reason why all the female stars have been terribly wasted and used on TV like complete dog shit, that includes Jay Cargill, Britt Baker, and Tay Conti, is because of Tony Khan and AEW. Why do you think they took their frustration to JD on Twitter like they did? The whole reason I think, in my honest opinion, as far as Jade Cargill, Britt Baker, and Tay Conti goes, I really do think the whole reason why they took their anger out on JD is because I think they was just trying to express their feelings to him, let him know how terrible of a job Tony Khan is doing with AEW. And I'm not going to lie to you, Tony Khan is doing a fucking terrible job with AEW right now. He's not doing good. He's really not. He did better this year, or he did better last year than he did this year. Tony Khan's not doing a good job at AEW this year. He's doing a terrible job. I'm going to be honest with you. He's not listening to the fans. He's not giving the fans what they want. And if you don't get the fans what they want, well, you're not going to have more audience. You're not going to get more people watching your shows. I feel like Tony Khan is not giving the fans what they want. That's one reason why I think Tony Khan is doing a terrible job. Another reason why I think Tony Khan is doing a terrible job is because he's not fixing his women's division. He's not. And then, you know, I feel sorry for Britt Baker, Jay Cargill, and Tay Conti. I feel sorry for the entire AEW women's locker room because the way they're being booked and overly used terribly on fucking television. And you know what? It's not JD's fault. Jay Cargill, Tay Conti, and Britt Baker needs to take their anger out on Tony Khan and AEW. Tony Khan and AEW are the reasons why they've been booked and used terribly on fucking television. It's fucking ridiculous, man. It's fucking ridiculous how terrible of a job Tony Khan is doing with AEW right now. Now, he's doing a good job producing Dynamite, but don't get me wrong. The Tony Khan and AEW has done a terrible job with how they produce and write Dark, Elevation, and Rampage. They need to do better with all three of those shows. They need to produce them and write them like how they do with their Dynamite shows. They need to produce and write their Dark, Elevation, and Rampage shows just like how they produce and write their AEW Dynamite shows. It's Tony Khan. Tony Khan is to blame. Tony Khan and AEW is to blame for the simple fact that, A, I don't think Tony Khan even gives a shit about hiring a general manager. And B, he hasn't even hired more producers and writers yet. Tony Khan needs to focus on hiring a general manager, hiring producers and writers, and an executive director to help him write and produce these shows and book great matches and tell great stories, man, and book great storylines and feuds and rivalries. That's that type of stuff that we as wrestling fans need to see on television. We don't need to see garbage booking, terrible matches. We don't need to see all that 50-50 booking mess. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see the shows getting produced and written terribly wrong and shit. We don't need to see that. We need to see the shows getting written and produced correctly. We need to see the matches get booked correctly, booked at the right place at the right time. We need to see storylines happening, new storylines happening, storylines that make sense, not storylines that don't make sense. Tony Khan needs to decide who's going to be on this roster on Dark, who's going to be on that roster on Elevation, who's going to be on that roster on Rampage, who's going to be on Dynamite's roster, men's and women's roster. He needs to have a full roster of talent that will be able to appear on only one AEW show. We don't need to be seeing talent appearing twice on all shows. That's another issue. All the stars are appearing on 3 or 4 shows. I got to imagine how tired all these stars got to be appearing on Dark, and then they got to appear on Dynamite, and then they have to appear on Rampage again. You got to imagine how tired they are. Tony Khan needs to have the shows written and produced right. He needs to make sure the matches are booked right at the right place at the right time. He needs to make sure that the men's and women's rosters are straight, and he needs to start talking to talent if they are really having problems with how they're getting used and booked on TV, which I don't blame them if they do talk to Tony Khan. You know what I'm saying? I feel like right now at this point, AEW is doing a terrible job. I feel like they need to do better. I really do. And the same goes for WWE. Look how terribly their NXT and Monday Night Raw episodes have been produced and written. Look how terrible they write Raw and NXT. The shows on, we as a fan base all know that the Raw and NXT shows have been completely, utterly garbage every week. And right now, SmackDown is winning over Monday Night Raw just because they have Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, and Ronda Rousey. Without Ronda Rousey, Bray Wyatt, and Roman Reigns, SmackDown would be terrible. SmackDown would be a complete all-time low. Monday Night Raw, I have not been reviewing Monday Night Raw the last 2-3 weeks because it's been absolutely terrible. Matter of fact, the last time that I've reviewed Monday Night Raw, I'm going to tell you guys something. Seriously. So, let me find that day that I reviewed Monday Night Raw. Let me go back to my channel and find that Raw review. The last time that I ever reviewed Monday Night Raw was 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I went live with a Raw review. 3 weeks later, the Monday Night Raw shows has started back getting terrible again. So I just said, you know what? Nope. I'm not gonna go live with a Monday Night Raw review until the shows get back better. I'm not gonna go live with an NXT review until the shows get back better. Same goes for AEW. Their Dark, Elevation, and Rampage shows need to improve. They have been absolutely produced and written terribly on TV every week. Bad booking, bad freaking spots, bad storylines, terrible fucking wrestling from some of the talent on that roster. Some of the talent on that roster are not good. That includes Sonny Kiss and Leva Bates. I mean, I don't know how Tony Khan uses people like Sonny Kiss, Leva Bates, and Emi Sakura on television when he knows how god-awfully terrible they are in the ring. I mean, come on. If Emi Sakura could get a better gimmick change, if she can get a better character gimmick change and a better entrance, maybe I wouldn't be saying that she's terrible and cringe and shit. She's still cringe and terrible. And I'm going to keep saying it until she changes her gimmick and her entrance. Same goes for Leva Bates and Sonny Kiss. Now, their in-ring skills, I don't think their in-ring skills is going to change. Everybody else in that AEW Women's Division is great. Everybody else, including Sky Blue, Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker, Jade Cargill, Chris Statlander, everybody else in that Women's Division, they are great at what they do. Their gimmicks are awesome. I love their gimmicks. It's just the only female talents that I'm not fans of are Sonny Kiss, Leva Bates, and Emi Sakura, just because they're terrible. The gimmicks are terrible. They are awful in the ring. I'm not even going to lie to you. That is just only 3. That is just only 3. Everybody else is great. Rebuild is better than, and I don't give a fuck what these negative AEW geeks in the community have to say. Rebuild is better than Sonny Kiss, Leva Bates, and Emi Sakura combined. Despite the fact that she has been used on TV, I've seen what Rebuild can do. I would rather see Rebuild, Britt Baker's protege. I'd rather see Rebuild on television than Sonny Kiss, Leva Bates, and what's her name? Emi Sakura. I would rather see Harushida on my television than Sonny Kiss, Leva Bates, and Emi Sakura. I would rather see Diamante on my television than Sonny Kiss, Leva Bates, and Emi Sakura. Hell, I would even rather see Layla Hirsch on my television than Sonny Kiss, Leva Bates, and Emi Sakura. That's how good the AEW Women's Division looks right now. The AEW Women's Division looks great. There's a problem. The only problem with that is they're all being booked and used like complete jobbers on television. And that's not good for the AEW Women's Division. They need to go to Tony Khan and AEW and ask them and tell them and be like, hey, why are we being booked and used on TV like complete dog shit? This is not cool. You need to hire, some of these AEW female talents in the locker room need to tell Tony Khan, like, hey, you need to hire writers and producers that knows how to write and book this shit. You need to hire an executive director. You need to hire a general manager so AEW can be the best that it could ever be. It's safe to say, without a general manager, without executive director, without writers and producers, you might as well say AEW is complete garbage. You might as well say AEW is complete trash at this point. Not because of the male and female talent, because of Tony Khan and AEW and whoever he has writing and producing the shows. I imagine Tony Khan's the only one writing and producing these shows. He has Jeff Jarrett, somebody that can schedule events. That's good. That's great. But we don't need Jeff Jarrett being used on TV. Now you notice Jeff Jarrett was getting more TV time than Ethan Page and Brian Cage when he made his debut. Now, you do need Jeff Jarrett to schedule AEW pay-per-views and events, but you don't need Jeff Jarrett in the ring. We don't want to see Jeff Jarrett being used in the ring and wrestling. We don't want to see that. We want to see Jeff Jarrett succeed backstage. We want to see Jeff Jarrett booking AEW events and pay-per-views, not Jeff Jarrett being used in wrestling in the ring. No, we don't want to see Jeff Jarrett wrestle. Nobody wants to see Jeff Jarrett wrestle Sting. I'm telling you right now. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to see it. All right? Don't get me wrong. Jeff Jarrett's promos are great. In-ring skills, he's retired. He shouldn't be wrestling. He should be focused on booking events and pay-per-views, not wrestling. Jay Lethal, Saddam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt doesn't even need Jeff Jarrett. Hell, they don't even need Cole Karter in their faction. You kidding me? Talk about a terrible decision to have Jeff Jarrett make his debut in a terrible way. Really? Come on. That's what I'm saying. AEW and Tony Khan has to do better than this shit. I'm not talking about the AEW male-female talents. I'm not talking about Britt Baker, Jay Cargill, and Tay Conti, because I know somebody on here is gonna have something negative to say. Trust me, there are 100 million people that have YouTube channels. Trust me, I know somebody's gonna come on here with a negative opinion, saying my shit sucks. No, my shit doesn't suck. Hell, I'm producing and streaming my content more than the majority of these other wrestling YouTube upcoming content creators. To be honest, I may not talk like it, but I'm doing something right. I mean, clearly, if I'm getting likes and I'm getting subscribers, that means I'm doing something right. Legitimately. Really. But the point is, man, the whole point is Britt Baker, Jay Cargill, and Tay Conti needs to take their blame on Tony Khan because A, he hasn't even hired a general manager. B, he can't produce and write shows by himself. If he writes and produces shows by himself, that's more than likely the reason why the shows haven't been all that good. Because the way Tony Khan produces, writes, and books matches and shows. C, I think Tony Khan needs to hire an executive director. Not only a general manager, but he also needs to hire an executive director. And he needs to still kind of fix the men's and AEW men's and women's rosters. Honestly, I really think Tony Khan has a lot to work on right now. He really does. I mean, he's kind of doing great, but he ain't doing all that great. He needs to have a general manager hired. He needs to have an executive director hired. He needs to hire writers and producers that will help him write and produce Dark, Elevation, Dynamite, and Rampage, because the shows are not being produced right. The shows have been absolutely terrible. Because Tony Khan hasn't hired any writers or producers. Maybe that's why the shows have been terrible. It's not because of the talent. It's because Tony Khan has yet to hire writers and producers. I think that's my reasoning. I think that's legitimately why the shows have been terrible. You can't produce and write shows by yourself. If you do that, that is going to give you A, a heart attack, and B, it's going to have you stressed out faster than you can blink. You got to have somebody to help you. You got to have a company or a promotion. You got to have people, actual producers and writers that will help you write these Dark, Elevation, Rampage, and Dynamite shows. You can't just write these shows by yourself. Does anybody know what happens when you write and produce shows by yourself and book pay-per-views? Anybody? Anybody? What about you, Hassan? Anybody knows? Can anybody tell me what happens when you write and produce shows by yourself and book pay-per-views on your own? I mean, Tony Khan has a lot on his plate right now. He needs to take all of this off his chest. If he can hire a general manager, executive director, writers and producers, AEW, Dark, Elevation, Dynamite, and Rampage, all four shows will be in good shape. Will be in good hands. I'm concerned about most of the male and female AEW talents and how they've been overly booked and used terribly like dog shit on TV. I'm really concerned. That is why I'm saying what I'm saying now. I'm concerned. I really am. Something needs to be done. Something backstage, something in that office needs to be done, man. Something in that company needs to be done. There needs to be some major changes in AEW. There really does. Seriously. You know how WWE or Triple H, how Triple H made some major changes in WWE? Well, Tony Khan, I think it's clear as day. It's 100% perfectly clear that Tony Khan needs to make some changes in AEW. He needs to do exactly what Triple H is doing. Make some changes. We need to be seeing a lot of stuff happening right now, because I feel like every single male and female talent on both rosters are not getting used and booked right on TV. Even the champions are getting booked and used like complete dog shit on TV. That includes Wardlow. Wardlow should be on Dynamite. He shouldn't even be on Rampage. What the hell is he doing on Rampage? You see what I'm saying? The Ring of Honor Championship should be on Ring of Honor television. He needs to come up with a deal with Ring of Honor. He needs to come up with a TV deal. So Ring of Honor can start being written and produced again on TV. So we can start seeing Ring of Honor again. So that way all the Ring of Honor titles and all the Ring of Honor champions will be back on the Ring of Honor roster. All the talents, too, from that promotion will be back on there. We're seeing way too many, and then here's another problem. We're seeing way too many talents on AEW television. Half of the talents are from Ring of Honor. Half of the talents from Ring of Honor should be on Ring of Honor television. They shouldn't even be there. I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm saying Tony Khan has a lot on his plate, man, that he needs to solve and fix. This is not looking good on Tony Khan, man. It's really not. And then there's even news on Tony Khan claiming that Dynamite is going to be one of the best episodes this week. Something like that. I've seen the news article on that. We're actually going to go over that because that's actually on the list. Matter of fact, it's in my description. I'm going to read it to you guys. So, yes, there's news on Tony Khan promising this week's AEW Dynamite will be newsworthy. Oh, really? Oh, really? Well, we'll see. Given that what I was told, you are the only one that's writing, producing these shows, from what I was told. I looked up All Elite Wrestling, and I didn't see any producer names. I didn't see any executive directors that are directing the show or writing. I didn't see none of that. The only names I've seen when I looked up All Elite Wrestling was Jon Moxley, Tony Khan, his dad, and that's pretty much it. I didn't see there was no executive director, no writer or producer listed on Wikipedia for All Elite Wrestling. Nothing. That's what I'm saying. Tony Khan needs to start saving up money to start hiring producers and writers. He needs to start hiring a general manager for AEW. And most importantly, start hiring a executive director. You need to hire somebody as head of talent relations too. That's another thing Tony Khan needs to do. Hire somebody that's a head of talent relations. He needs to start doing what Triple H is doing at this point, I feel like. Why do you think we've been hearing all this news on Tony Khan keeping his eye on WWE? Maybe he wants to follow in pursuit of what Triple H is doing. And I think at this point he needs to. He does. The only AEW show that piqued my interest every week is Dynamite. Dynamite seems to pique my interest every week. Some weeks, Rampage piques my interest. Some weeks it don't. Dark and Elevation, no. Dark and Elevation have been the main shows that's been suffering every week because they keep on continuing to book squash matches after squash matches after squash matches every week. If you keep doing that, the more squash matches you book, the less audience you're going to have watching your show. Booking squash matches nonstop. That's ridiculous. It really is. It doesn't make any sense. I felt like I wanted to say all this and get this off my chest because this is important. I'm very, very concerned about most of the AEW female talents that are being used and booked like complete jobbers. I'm even concerned about the male talents, man, at this point. I'm concerned about half of the people in the roster is not getting more TV time. What the fuck is Lance Archer doing on Dark and Elevation? He should be on Dynamite in a feud right now. He should be feuding with top baby faces right now. I mean, what are they doing with this guy? What are they doing with this talent? I don't get it. That's why I said you need to hire somebody and make them as the head of talent relations in AEW. That's what needs to happen. Hire a general manager, hire executive director, hire producers and writers, hire somebody and make them head of talent relations in AEW. That's all I'm going to say, man. I'm not saying anymore. I don't got nothing else to say at this point. For right now, I don't. Now, I will give you my thoughts on some of the news that I got coming out of my sources, Ringside News. But that's going to be after the AEW Dark watch along. Oh, and by the way, today is November the 9th, 2022. For those of you that don't know what today is. And I'm actually going to try to fix my background. We're going to go ahead and get to the AEW Dark episode 169. We're going to go ahead and get to that because there are some of my talents. The reason why I went live for my watch along is because some of my favorite male and female talents are on this show. So that's one reason why I went live for AEW Dark. Another reason why I went live for my AEW Dark watch along is to see how Dark is going so far. It's to see how good the shows have been so far. Now, if the shows haven't been good, I'm going to let you know whether the shows haven't been good or not. All right. That's all I got to say for now, guys. I had to get all that off my chest because it was on me. It was whining on me for a while now. Yeah, I said hey the first time. Or at least I think I said hey. I don't know. Shoot, where is AEW Dark episode 169? I'm not feeling right today. Feeling extremely dizzy today, man. I don't know why. It's probably because of that baked chicken I ate, man. Probably had grease in it. Baked chicken can make your head feel numb sometimes, man. Especially when you eat 2-3 pieces of it, like I did. Goodness gracious! Don't eat like me.
Is the ticketing out for fans like boom, no free throw.
Don't eat like me, man. Do not.
Dark, I am a scout. What are you even waiting for?
Play now with DraftKings, an official partner of AEW.
All right, guys. Does anybody have any questions before I play the AEW Dark episode 169 on the screen? Anybody? Yes, no, maybe so. I don't want to be waiting long because Dynamite will be coming on at 8 p.m. And my AEW Dynamite watch along will be live before then. So I got it scheduled to go live at 7:35 p.m. So let me tell you something. I want the biggest audience that I can get tonight because Tony Khan claims that this week's episode of Dynamite is going to be newsworthy. And I'm going to give out that news here in a bit. That's going to be for the other news I have to give out. Because, the first, I always give out your WWE news first before I give out your AEW news. I give out your WWE news first before I give out your AEW news. Does that make sense? Y'all get what I'm saying? I hope so. I may be autistic, but I ain't dumb. I ain't stupid. That's probably what some of these WWE AEW negative geeks in the community think. I don't let them bother me, man. Fuck them. Fuck what these people online have to say about me, man. I really don't care. I really don't care. Wouldn't be surprised if something bad happens to them one day for talking about me. Then when something bad happens to them, they're gonna be done reached in my DMs and apologized with crying emojis. Oh, I'm sorry, IWN. I'm sorry for picking on you, man. I'm sorry for saying your channel is trash. Anyways, guys. Here we go, man. I'm going to push the X button in 3, 2, 1 because I got a notification on my phone I got to check out. Here we go, guys. Just to give you guys a heads up, AEW Dark kicked off with Zack Clayton versus Blake Lee. Zack Clayton, another guy that hasn't been getting TV time. Zack Clayton is another guy that has not been getting much TV time. Now, why? My question is, why has Zack Clayton haven't been getting much TV time? Shouldn't he be on Dynamite? Shouldn't he be built up? I don't get it, man. Kayla Rossi should be all elite already. Kayla Rossi is great. I don't know how you would not make somebody like Kayla Rossi all elite, man. I don't get it. I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. It seems like Tony Khan is producing and writing these shows by himself. And I think he is. He needs help, man. Really. I'm guessing Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are still going to be EVPs. I'm guessing. Of AEW.
Oh, nice drop step. Will go behind there by Mr. Lee. Zack Clayton trying to maneuver his way out. Blake Lee immediately back behind Zack Clayton, and Clayton forced to reach for the top rope.
I mean, from what I was told, the match didn't even last a minute.
Cover here. No cover. No, Zack Clayton just driving down those slopes.
Blake Lee is barely even doing any damage to Zack Clayton. Instead, Zack Clayton is taking control of the match so far.
Punched me in the head. Daz, everybody knows that's a lie, but you're a creepy guy. Damn right.
Thunder Rosa's friends and best friends are no longer being used on TV. And Kowski, Jasmine, and Colin King. Remember, I gave out the news on that a few months back. Yeah, Thunder Rosa's friends are not getting used on TV anymore. I don't understand why. How can you not use people like Jasmine Allure, Colin King, and Manny Rakowski on television? I don't understand it. It's almost like AEW is just creatively lazy with how they book and use their talent on TV. Really?
not able to kick out, I should say, but Clayton looked good. Yeah, that Clayton picking up yet another victory here on AEW.
All right, guys, my thoughts on this match between Zack, Clayton, and Blake Lee. You know, all I got to say is somebody did tell me that the match didn't last even a minute, and sure enough, they was right. The match didn't last even a minute. In my honest opinion, this was just a simple showcase win for Clayton with Lee barely getting any offense. So that's what I think of that. That's what I think of that match. So the next match, the next AEW Dark match we have on the screen is Kayla Rossi versus Ashley. Kayla is someone we have not seen on TV for months. Now, Kayla Rossi is someone we have not seen on TV for months and months. It's great to see Kayla Rossi back on AEW Dark. It really is. She would be better used on Dynamite. She should have already been All Elite, good as she is.
Kayla Rossi, she's got the Diamante Shiek for her. Dangerous over there. Most certainly, we've seen Kayla Rossi.
I really want to know who the hell Diamante Shiek is. Like, who is this guy?
Appreciation with the Diamante Shiek. I mean, man, he's covered head to toe. He is. He's got a lot of diamonds. He was great from the Olympics in '68, but I digress.
Her opponent already in the ring, Ashley Dambois.
Let him need it. Yeah, it might have been. Ashley Dambois, familiar face here on AEW Dark and Dark Elevation.
Ashley
Back in Jacksonville.
D'Amboise, or I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce her name, dude.
Great from the Olympics in '68, I believe, but I digress.
Her opponent already in the ring, Ashley Dambois.
Let him need it.
Ashley D'Amboise.
Might have been. Ashley Dambois.
D'Amboise. Ashley D'Amboise. Is that what her name is? I don't know. I don't know, man.
Both these ladies, obviously,
So we got Kayla Rossi and Ashley D'Amboise in the ring.
so they kind of evenly match regarding size, I would say. You know, much of the development, but then you see the power. They see power.
Ashley didn't even do shit to Kayla Rossi.
Just tossing Ashley Dambois. Just a reminder, coming up tomorrow night live, 8/7 Central on TBS. It's AEW Dynamite. The American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, best 2 out of 3 falls. Jamie Hayter ahead of her title shot.
I can't wait to see that match. Dynamite's going to be tonight. I'll be live with a Dynamite watch along.
Team up to take on Swerve Our Glory.
The 8-man tag team is going to be one of, I can see that as being the best matches on this week's episode of Dynamite. Whenever Dynamite goes on the air tonight. When it happens, put it that way.
Full big diamond in my body that you don't see. I get from the sheep.
Kayla Rossi stepping all over Ashley.
Showing her agility, springing off the middle rope, and Ashley Dambois has not been able to get up to a vertical position. And now
Nope, sure hasn't.
Impressive strength by Rossi. Walking around with no problem. And into the fireman's carry, no problem. No sense of urgency here by Kayla Rossi. And tough landing for Ashley Dambois. Tip up right there, athletic, and whoa! What? The twisting body press, and Kayla Rossi pull it up, Ashley. Oh, very confident right there. She had her opponent defeated, but not, well, possibly defeated probably, but she wants to put out more punishment. I like it. I like the intensity. And Diamante Shiek simply saying it's done. You heard that extent? Diamante Shiek, a regular Joe Morgan type. And now down Huck gets planted by Kayla Rossi. And the win.
The winner of this match, Kayla Rossi.
Well, Kayla Rossi making short work of the talented Ashley Dambois, and Diamante Shiek. He may have a winner on his hands. Yeah, no doubt. Rossi, look at the hands of Diamante Shiek. Look at diamonds on it. So it's actually, that's the necklace of Kayla Rossi. All right, we'll fix the post. But anyway, Yeah, impressive right there by Rossi. As they say, iron sharpens iron. Well said.
I've personally been a wrestling fan for over.
Okay. So, as far as Kayla Rossi versus Ashley goes, the only notable thing that happened here is Escalabar stating that Rossi is now paired with Diamond Shiek. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, man.
And Colten Gunn with W. Morissey in their corner. In action next.
We got the Guns versus whoever these local enhancement guys are. Wait a minute.
Big reaction for FTR.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Ladies first.
You gotta be kidding me.
The Guns?
The Guns are dressed as Dash, Wheeler, and that's horrible.
FTR cosplay along with Big Bill, W. Morissey.
The Guns are playing mind games with FTR. Mind games.
Wow. I don't know if FTR is going to like this too much. Dax and Cash. Jimmy got a little ticked off, I think.
Their opponents already in the ring, the team of BK Klein and Jarett Diaz.
Well, the collision between the Guns and FTR seems inevitable, but we know tomorrow night live on Dynamite, 8/7 Central on TBS, it will be the Acclaimed and FTR taking on Swerve and Our Glory and the
Wow, man. This is about to make me fall asleep, man. This week's episode of Dark. About to fall asleep on it.
I know him well. Yeah, I would never say about his sons, but man, this a live crowd here in Jacksonville not happy with the Guns. Whoop. Side headlock there. Diaz. Yeah, headlock, yeah. And Trunks says Diaz. Just trying to help you out, bro. Thanks. I was looking at my sheet. There's a lot of names on here. Just look at the guy's Trunks.
You ain't helping nobody out. Yeah, Britt. And it goes on another ad, which doesn't surprise me. Which is why less audience are going to be watching Dark and Elevation because of all these ads popping up on YouTube. And plus, some of the matches and some of their shows are absolutely terrible.
I tell you, I mean, they make a lot of noise. The Guns are doing an excellent job. They certainly are getting underneath the skin of FTR, which is not easy with professionals the caliber of FTR. Great drop kick there by Colten Gunn.
All the more reasons why I'm falling asleep.
Top turnbuckle pad. That's how you introduce someone to the buckle.
All the more reasons why I feel like I'm about to fall out this chair and go to sleep.
Doing that two-step Jones. You know, that famous dance move that Dax Harwood does all the time. Yes. Yeah, whoa, roll up here.
Guys, my head's not feeling right, man, from eating that darn big chicken, dude.
A handful of hair. Yeah, rough landing for Diaz. Yeah, but it's smart. Austin, I think, felt he almost got embarrassed, almost got rolled up and pinned. That would have been.
I would be more excited if Dynamite came on right about now. I'm ready for Dynamite, dude. I'm not ready for this shit.
Well, spot by Colten, that strong pulls on
I should have never went live with the AEW Dark watch along, man. I should have never did it. What was the point? I should have just waited. I should have just freaking waited for Dynamite. But I will say, Kayla Rossi is the perfect opponent for Jade Cargill, and she is the perfect person to dethrone Jade Cargill. Given that A, they are fitness buddies, B, she's actually the protege of Jade Cargill.
He's able to escape those partner, nowhere to be found. Yeah, definitely.
And see, they're going to have so much history between one another.
And he pays for it as well.
And who knows, Jade Cargill was probably the one that trained Kayla Rossi before Kayla Rossi made her debut. All those months ago. Makes me wonder who Kayla Rossi was actually trained by.
Here we go. Line over the
I'm just guessing that it was Jade Cargill that trained her.
What are you doing, man? Oh no. It's like cradle by Colten Gunn. With 2 count, Austin back up to his feet, moved to the midsection. Colten Gunn. Colt 45. Drops Klein, center of the ring. The hook and the win for the Gunn.
The winners of this match, the Guns.
Well, the Guns playing a little possum, PK Klein. Yeah.
Okay, guys, so from watching this match between Austin Gunn and Colten Gunn,
And he got a little jealous and didn't know who to come or what to do. Yeah, felt like he was on the cusp of an upset here.
from watching this 2-on-2 tag team match with Austin Gunn and Colten Gunn going against BK, Klein, and Jarett Diaz. First of all, AEW Dark this week was Jarett Diaz's debut. And secondly, last but not least, this was basically a comedy match, somewhat, with Klein not really knowing which opponent to cover when he tagged in. That's all I got to say to that.
Guns out. See what he did there? You saw that, right? Another shot right out. Top guys there. Man, this thing's heating up, buddy. Well, it seems like...
So up next, we got Brandon Cutler versus Peter Avalon. Oh, God. Oh, great. Another uninteresting match that I'm going to be watching on TV that I'm going to be falling asleep on.
It's a rivalry renewed when gritty Peter Avalon goes one-on-one with...
These guys aren't even entertaining at all. Guys, get prepared to fall asleep. Hold on, let me get my cricket. Let me get my cricket instant button sound going real quick. I'm gonna make you guys laugh, man. Seriously. I'm getting ready to make you guys laugh.
Yeah, well, it looks like Fabio, man. Who says Bononi? Oh, Avalon. Oh, he's a
Seems like last week, it seems like all the way till the beginning of October, I was getting a lot of views. Now all of a sudden, now December's here and I'm not getting much views. What's going on? I hadn't even got enough likes. Guys, hit the like button on the stream, man. Let's get some more people in here. If you can. I would really appreciate it. I have a dead live chat. There's nobody in here. Yeah, I am about to fall asleep on this match. Here we go.
Oh, that defines really that era. Yeah, let's be honest. It's battleground. Look here, don't forget the first pick, I think they call it. Some part of that one. So which one you call it? Well, I was talking about not only the 2 out of 3.
Do we move on to the next match?
Also, the Gunryojima Island death match. Oh,
like seriously, dude.
Usually,
I don't like this match at all. Well, what's next? What's next, man?
Cutler and Avalon.
Oh, here we go. Here's an actual match that will be worth my time watching. Varsity Blondes versus the Factory's Cool Car and QT Marshall. We all know that's going to be a good match. I can't wait for that match to come on. I'd rather watch that match than watch this match between Peter Avalon and I legitimately watch that 2-on-2 tag team match than watch Peter Avalon versus Brandon Cutler. You really think anybody would want to watch this match?
Avalon big right hand stuns Cutler. Now Avalon charges. Oh, back body drop on the outside.
My head is not feeling right today. My head is just like spinning. Like I'm gonna go to sleep on this match. This match is boring.
At first I thought he was trying to steal the shoes off Cutler's feet.
Now they're stomping on Brandon Cutler.
Well, he did it while Cutler was out. Oh, no, he's trying to steal the face, but he's never can't get.
Oh my goodness, man.
And there we see Fabio-esque. Yeah, Peter Avalon.
I might as well stop doing AEW Dark watch-alongs, man, at this point. What's the point of me going live with an AEW Dark watch-along, man? When I knew some of these matches weren't going to deliver, when I knew some of these matches were going to be squash matches anyway.
It was during the
I might as well just took a nap instead. I should have just took a nap instead and get up for Dynamite. That's what I should have just did. My head hurt, and my head is feeling so nauseating that I should have just took a nap. It's feeling so bad that I legitimately need a nap right now. I really do. This is ridiculous. I don't know why I gotta sit here and watch this shit, knowing nothing good's gonna come out of this show. Well, what am I even doing here, guys? What am I even doing? Why am I even wasting my time watching this? Why? What am I even doing here? Why did I pick the dumb time to fucking go live for the AEW Dark watch along, knowing the show isn't really starting off to be that good?
Avalon, we've seen this.
Hassan, what am I doing here? Why am I here? Why am I here, bro? Somebody explain to me why I'm here. Why am I here?
Cutler was so close, and people don't realize, for weeks we've seen Cutler wear this crazy tiger stripe warm-up suit. He's actually getting ready for Mr. California.
God, this show has started off so boring already. Dark. It's safe to say that the beginning episode of Dark this week wasn't for me. Not for me.
They're both busy. I'm busy watching.
Anybody watched AEW Dark this week? If you did, let me know your thoughts on this week's episode of AEW Dark in the live chats, which is AEW Dark episode 169. I can't even get my shit right. That's how nauseating it feels, man. Like, for real. What do you mean by you saying you don't know? It's hard for me. If it's admit it. If the show sucks, let me know. All I gotta do is stop watching and end the stream. I'm just not enjoying it, dude. I'm really not. The beginning of Dark has been absolutely uninteresting. Now I see why JD doesn't watch Elevation in Dark. Oh my goodness, dude. This shit's... I'd rather Dynamite than watch Dark and Elevation combined. I would rather... I'd take Rampage over Dark and Elevation. That's how bad Dark and Elevation is every week.
Avalon in the corner. Voice up Cutler. Avalon sits out, plants Cutler. The leg is hooked, and no. Cutler able to kick out. Super close right there. Avalon almost got it. He cannot believe it himself.
Man, can we move on to this 2-on-2 tag team match that I am interested in watching, which is the Blondes versus the Factory. They have great chemistry in the ring, man. I'd rather watch that than watch this piece of shit, fucking garbage, terrible, uninteresting match between Brandon Cutler and Peter Avalon. No, what is this character gimmick that Brandon Cutler is portraying himself to be? For that matter. And to put the cherry on top of the cake, it doesn't even fit personality.
Staggers. And now the martinis from Peter Avalon. Is he going to steal it here? 2. No! Cutler kicks out. The battle between...
So you mean to tell me Brandon Cutler is getting over well on Dark and Elevation with this terrible character gimmick he has, with this cringy gimmick he has?
He's so fatigued by the intensity of this match, he wants to sit down in the ring. I'm not going to be careful. Stephon Smith is good.
Peter Avalon's got a chair. Is he trying to get himself disqualified?
Former librarian, his librarian teammate, Leva Bates.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Cutler
And here comes the terrible leave. Out goes the Peter Avalon. You guys hear that? Out comes the terrible Leva Bates, and in goes Peter Avalon going to the ground. Now Brendan Cutler is going to. Well, Peter Avalon got back up. I don't know what to make of this match, dude.
Oh, look at this. Dangerous here. Working right in the head. No. Cutler trying to roll through. 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, thank you. Can we move on? I'm not a fan of these guys at all. I'm not a huge fan of Brandon Cutler or Peter Avalon. Can we move on, please?
Well, pretty Peter Avalon.
Can we go to the next match?
Another chapter in the long rivalry between Avalon and Cutler. Avalon, hey, getting the better of the proceedings here tonight. I don't think this is over. These guys are gonna. This rivalry's never gonna end, my friend. Fight forever, Ted. Fight forever, damn it.
Wait, are they teasing the Fight Forever video game? Did they just say Fight Forever? That's what the AEW video game is called. It sounds to me like they're teasing that the video game is going to be coming out soon. What that sounds like. I don't know, man. I'm just guessing. If you guys haven't voted on the poll from yesterday, please go do so. How did I do on my Donating AEW Tuesday afternoon news live stream number 2? Please let me know, man. I really appreciate it. Vote on the voting poll. Did I do fantastic, very good, both, or absolutely terrible? Which is it? It's safe to say that despite the fact that I'm not a fan of Leva Bates, it's clear as day that she was completely wasted on television. The only thing she did was come out and help Brandon Cutler. She didn't do nothing else. So that right there is enough to tell you she was wasted. Who gives a shit, man? I'm glad the factory versus the Blondes has just started. Well, the factory is coming out. Factory's QT Marshall and Cole Karter.
QT Carter, they should call this team. Or just the factory. That's fine. I mean, let's use it. Can I ever have my way? Whoa!
And their opponents at a combined weight of 463 pounds, picking up Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison, the Blondes.
Well, of course, you remember that Smart Mark.
Oh, they got a new character gimmick. They got a new team name, the Blondes.
Professional wrestling, and thus Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. forced to go by simply as the Blondes. I'll tell you what, that Mark Sterling, he has got some sort of a trademark attorney on speed dial. He's grabbing.
Do you guys think the Blondes are going to break up soon? Is this a sign that the Varsity Blondes are breaking up? I mean, they don't even have matching gear. It's got to be some kind of sign. No, the people are probably looking at my channel, looking at my stream, saying IWN sucks. IWN doesn't suck. IWN is doing the best he can with his channel. Well, see, my channel is all about giving people what they want to hear and what they want to see. That's what my channel is all about. So, I perfectly clearly explained myself to what my channel is about. I don't even have to tell anybody what I did, but I don't even have to tell anybody else what my channel is about because they already know. Even half of the people that subscribe to my channel already know.
Powerful right-hander. Now, in control of Griff Garrison.
Yep, the Factory's taking control of this match against the Blondes.
Jump to the midsection. Yeah.
Cole Karter just gave Bronson a drop kick.
Any guy with a drop kick that hard, you know, to make his ears shut.
Hitting Bronson for the 1-2. Bronson kicks out.
Anyway, now don't get hot.
QT Marshall gets tagged back in.
Why
Man, where is Dynamite when we need it?
He'll get very upset. He doesn't like you as it is. I've been calling him QT Marshall for years now, and he has never once thought to correct me. He's, of course, spat on my shoes as we pass one another in the hallway, but he's never actually corrected me.
Where's Tony Storm and Howard Sheeta when we need them? Oh, that's right. They were booked in a 2-on-2 tag team match against Emi Sakura and that freaking Japanese petite female wrestler. What's her freaking name? What's that freaking Japanese female wrestler name? Mi Shiroga? Mi Shiroga? Is that what her name is? Yeah. I kind of figured that.
Trying to fight up to a vertical position. The key for Garrison is to use his length, to use his reach to make the tag.
I'm starting to think maybe people just don't like the way I talk, man. People just don't like the way my voice is. I don't know.
And now Griff Garrison in double trouble.
That's just me yet guessing again. I don't know how my channel is uninteresting to anybody. I don't know how. I don't understand it. I think people just don't give a fuck. That's why I don't do these Elevation and Dark watch-alongs, because nobody gives a fuck about Dark and Elevation. Nobody gives a fuck about my Dark and Elevation watch-alongs. Besides Hassan. But then, that's kind of funny how I never go live for my Dark and Elevation, but when I go live for my Dynamite Rampage SmackDown watch-alongs, all of a sudden I get like 6-7 people in the chat. I get like, and even when I go live for my pay-per-view watch-alongs, I get at least like 14 or 10 people. I'm wondering why I get 15, 16 people when I go live for my pay-per-view, but yet I only get 2 people when it comes to my Dark and Elevation watch-along. And then when it comes to my SmackDown and Rampage watch-along, I get at least like 5 people watch. That's the audience way of letting me know what to see on my channel and what they don't want to see on my channel. I wish they in the live chats would see on my channel instead of not telling me, instead of staying about it. It's not good to stay quiet about stuff like that. That's right. My network connection is going down. Why is my network connection going down? What's going on?
So smart. He was able to come away with the advantage and most importantly, the factory come away with the victory on Dark.
The blonde just got wasted, used and wasted on TV again. Second week in a row, the blondes have got wasted. The second week in a row, the blondes have got wasted and terribly booked on TV. I'm having a breakup between Pillman Jr. and Garrison is coming. Very, very soon. I'm telling you right now. And then they're not blame AEW and Tony Khan for the reason why I split up. And just not giving the fans what they want as far as music goes. She changed her music. She blocked out her babyface theme to keep the fans even more angry. Man, at this point, right in the live stream, I don't Dynamite go on. Dynamite has been the best show all week. As far as AEW, Dynamite has been the only best show all week. Every single week, Dynamite is always the greatest show that AEW Tony Khan produced in Rib. Now, if they can do the other shows like Dynamite, maybe AEW will look good. Not looking good right now. Especially after that big from backstage brawl between the Elite, CM Punk, and AEW. Goodness, man. That was a mess right there. That was a huge mess right there, man. Anna Jay doing the same thing she did as a babyface. She's basically doing the same thing she did as a babyface. You might as well turn Anna Jay back babyface. No use. I mean, she's doing the same she did. It's legitimately the same thing she did in her babyface run. I don't see a difference between Anna Jay's babyface and her heel. I think both characters are the same to me. I don't see a difference anymore. Despite that, Anna Jay is still one of my favorite AEW female talents. She's doing heel work, though.
Yes, burst of emotion. Just $1 million smile, too, on this young lady. Oh, got missed by Nieves. By Nieves, but then Sio into the corner. Anna Jay comes in with a kick. That'll slow down Nieves for sure.
The better shows every week continue to be Dynamite and SmackDown, in my honest opinion.
Winner this match by submission.
That's my opinion, man. The bells every week continues to be Dynamite and SmackDown.
Had her opponent found out, hey, listen, they had the advantage throughout the whole thing, let's be honest. So she could just pick that spot, hook her rear choke whenever she wanted. That's really
what's the point of even having Dark and Elevation when you don't know what you're doing with your own talent, man? When you don't know how to book the talent correctly and use the talent correctly on TV. When you know how to write and produce Dark and Elevation. They might as well go with Rampage and Dynamite at this point. You know what I mean? Really. I'm just throwing it out there. Let's keep Sabian with that Kross in his hand. Man, why did they have Penelope come out with him? Oh boy. This show is ridiculous. Man, can we please get 8 o'clock, please? Any quicker. At 8 o'clock, get here any quicker. The show's just absolutely just awful finish.
Greco-Roman knuckle up, takes control of the wrist. Yep, Sabian. Oh, look at that. And standing on the tricep, I mean, a lot of guys do that stop, but that extended pressure.
See Jerry Sky's ass. I'm ready to see. Jamie here whoop Sky Blue's ass. If anything, I'm ready to see that freaking match between Sammy Guevara and Daniel Bryan. Jonas Bryan Danielson in AEW. I see that 8-man tag team match too, because I know that's going to be one of the matches on Dynamite. Dynamite, what? Despite the fact that Tony Khan is doing a lot of, despite the fact that Tony Khan is doing an awful job with AEW, I will say he is right. When it comes to Dynamite, AEW does a very good job with Dynamite, but you're not doing a good job with all the other shows, like Dark, Elevation, and Rampage. All 3 shows were just like Dynamite, man. Well, these 3 shows are totally different than Dynamite. I've been noticing that for months now. Kip Sabian is not going to get the fans what they want, is he? Wait.
That's what happens. You mess around. He's mesmerized. He almost got rolled up in we were cheering. We were actually cheering so loud. Our mics didn't pick it up. It was overmodulated.
A minute, is Kip Sabian turning face?
Wow, he really stepped into that one. Sure thing. Kip Sabian fights back.
Wait, you mean to tell me Kip Sabian's a babyface now on AEW Dark?
Right on that chin, but
Why was he hyping the fans?
yeah, that was a good job by Kip there.
That's weird.
Well traveled, Kip.
That's not normal at all.
Yeah, handle that. And Marcus Kross comes back and Gary off the rope. Or excuse me, got Gary off the ropes, and Kip Sabian able to kick out. Good job by Kross, but Kip grabbing at his nose. Yeah, he's grabbing the bridge of his nose and he got caught pretty tight.
The fans don't even know who this other guy is with the blonde hair. I don't even know who he is either, man. I mean, do you blame the fans for not cheering that guy with the blonde hair? I don't even know. I mean, who the heck is this guy?
Chuck Norris out here, bro. 1986 wants to martial artist back.
I'll tell you one thing. Dark and Elevation, they be having a lot of unrecognized local enhancement talent. Man.
You can see the redness all over the chest of Kip Sabian. This is a very physical contest.
Hassan put 9 plus 13, 14 on Monday and Tuesdays. So Hassan, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that Elevation to Dark was complete garbage, or are you trying to say that Elevation to Dark delivered this week? What are you trying to tell me, man? You're confusing.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Miami, Florida, Diamante.
As this match should be a physical and intense battle.
Now, you want to talk about one of the best matches on Dark? I think after this one, everybody's going to be talking about this match right here.
Another heavy hitter, so this should be physical to your point.
Really?
Millions find a low-cost health plan at healthcare.gov so they can enjoy more visits and have less to worry about. Feel like a million and find your plan during open enrollment. Healthcare.gov is here for millions like you.
I don't know why Ember Moon changed her theme song. It was fine the way it was. I mean, I don't know why she had to change it.
Great reaction for Athena.
I wish she would have never changed her theme song, man. I loved her first theme song. Her very first theme song in AEW, I liked. I really, really liked her very first theme song in AEW. This one, no. No, this one ain't it for me. I don't like that one. I like the first theme song. The first theme song's better than this one.
Tough girls, both of them. So highly evenly matched, in perspective of a size deal, you know what I mean? So it should be real good stuff here. And Diamante shoots for a single leg. Athena blocks it before this match gets too far underway. Want to remind fans that AEW will be making our debut.
Oh, and by the way, my thoughts on the Factory versus the Varsity Blondes. I will easily say that this match was one of the best matches on Dark. Now, this is a match I enjoyed watching. This was a solid match while it lasted. Now, I'm sure we'll see these two teams face each other in the future. And Marshall is quickly growing a lot of people. So this was good stuff. This is one of the best matches on Dark this week. The rest of the matches just weren't. The rest of the matches that I just watched, they weren't interesting to me. They really weren't. I'm glad Kayla Rossi got another win on Dark. Varsity Blondes versus Factory, one of the best matches on the show, but so far, Ember Moon versus Diamante has been interesting so far. And we see that Kip Sabian is continuing his winning streak since his return. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure some of the fans in the community had to chuckle a bit when Taz said he wants to see Sabian wrestle once again with the box in his head.
impressive
with the box on his head,
power
man.
of Athena can change the complexion of a match on a moment's notice.
Very entertaining thing that Kip Sabian's got going on with his character gimmick, man, with the box in his head. I will give him that. I don't know what else I have to say about it, though.
Your opponent's on the apron, she's going for the second. Oh, no! Oh, right on that stage there. Whatever Athena had in mind.
I got a lot of good things to say about Diamante versus Athena right now because they are tearing it down. They are breaking it down, dude.
Cement floor or a wood stage, it sucks.
I had to wait till my mom leave, guys. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going on break. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. I'm actually going to pause this. Come on, man. The hell? Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going on break. My controller battery was out on my controller, man. I'm going on break. I'm going to get my pizza. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Well, folks, I'm back. And not only I had to get my pizza, but I also made a mistake and spilled my damn Kool-Aid. I poured some more Kool-Aid, right? And the Kool-Aid ended up spilling. I guess that was the Lord's way of telling me not to drink any more sugar and drink water. Man. That could have been the reason, man. That could have legitimately been the reason. Anyways, I'm back. All right, here we go with the continuation of AEW Dark, episode 169. I can't believe I spilled my pizza. It took me not pizza, but drink. I couldn't believe I spilled my drink, my Kool-Aid. It took me 5 minutes to clean that up. Couldn't believe it. Felt like it took me less than 5 minutes, to be honest. And guys, I'm not feeling like myself today, so bear with me, man. My head's not feeling right. My head feels like my brain's gonna be my head feels like my brain's gonna peek out. My head feels like my brain's legitimately gonna come out of my head, and I'll end up having no brain. That's how I feel. It almost feels like somebody just shot me in the brain, dude. That's how I darn feel. It's like somebody just shot me in the head, man. But anyways, here we are, continuation of AEW Dark, episode 169. Yeah, I got TV muted.
An upset here, 2-0. Ooh, that was really close. We had a feeling this would be, like we said, a match. Pretty knockdown, drag out type of brawl, a fight match. Whatever you want to put it, and we're seeing it. Yeah, Nina in rough shape as she spilled to the outside. Typically not the safest part of the ringside area. And Nina though driving Diamante. Smart though.
Oh, that's why she got out the ring.
Timing, you let your opponent get a little bit overzealous, and now look at this ragdolling her opponent. Diamante hitting those guardrails hard by at the hands of Athena. And Athena taking a moment to collect herself. I mean, that was a nasty spill she took on the ramp area. And now Athena seems to have regained the upper hand as she charging and shotgun drop kick sends Diamante crashing into the barricade. And Diamante definitely could be banged up after that shotgun drop kick. Can Athena finish her off here? But Diamante looks like she's about to get to a vertical base possibly. But Athena making the climb. She's so dangerous with that O-face off the top. Diamante closed the distance, caught the uppercut on Athena, but Athena maybe shaking that one off. Whoa! Oh! Big clobbering shot by Athena. And Athena's fired up. Yeah, she is, and you saw that Diamante was trying to cover up. Those shots were heavy by Athena. Athena bringing Diamante up via a handful of hair. Athena, boy up, Diamante spins her out the lung blower. 1, 2, and 3.
Winner of this match, Athena.
Well, it was hard hitting, it was aggressive as we predicted, and it was a win for the fallen goddess Athena here on AEW Dark.
Yes. It was an awesome match between Diamante and
After the bell, Athena just a completely unnecessary shot on Diamante. Wow.
she just gave Diamante a super kick. Wow.
Power.
I wonder if this is a sign of a heel turn for Athena. Makes me wonder, man. But anyways, this was an awesome match between Diamante and Athena. Another one of the best matches on this week's episode of Dark. I will say that these two were given a little bit of TV time to show their stuff off, and I suggest going out of your way to watch this one. I suggest you guys watch this one, man. Hopefully, Diamante will get a meaningful storyline because she is absolutely great. That's all I got to say about that.
low-cost health plan at healthcare.gov so they can enjoy more visits and have less to worry about.
Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Hit the like button, Hassan. Everybody hit the like button on the stream. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Dynamite, my Dynamite watch along will be live tonight. Be sure you be in the live chat for that. This week's Dynamite is going to be newsworthy, like Tony Khan says. He might be right. We'll have to see.
The following contest is step one fall with a 2-1-3-minute time limit. Introducing first from East Palo Alto, California, weighing in.
Even though he still needs to fix a lot of things in AEW.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs, definitely one of the most impressive individuals here in AEW. I mean, he is such a potent combination of speed, power, and aggression.
His opponent already in the ring, Rico Gonzalez.
Well, Mr. Gonzalez might want to kind of just leave. Like, oh boy, this is going to be bad. And you see Hobbs is just laughing. I mean, it's going to be bad. It's going to be very bad. It's going to be bad, I promise. Yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs is somebody that, even on the best of days, and you know this all too well, even on the best days, Powerhouse Hobbs is in a terrible mood. Yes, he is, and that's the main reason why he was such a vital part of Team Taz when the Team Taz was in existence, and why I heavily recruited, and the rest of us at Team Taz wanted Hobbs so bad in the group. Powerhouse is a bad, and Gonzalez is, whoa, baby, he's going all over the place. He almost landed in his hamper. Hobbs was just grabbing Gonzalez by the head and neck, hoisting him up to the top rope, and then just an overhead throw, and with relative ease. Yeah, no, it's extremely powerful. Incident Powerhouse. Watch this. And
another thing, I think it was unnecessary for AEW to be booking 13 matches. Come on now. 13 matches? Really? Why would they do that?
AEW male roster, the locker room on notice. That's a bad hombre. I'm telling you, don't get on his bad side. Yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs is so dangerous that, I mean, it is a matter of when, not if, before he claims championship gold here in AEW. Agreed.
AEW fans, get in on the action with DraftKings because everyone can join a free-to-play pool.
Got it, Tiger. -1 in their corner. In action. Next.
We got the Dark Order coming out.
The following contest
Is that Sawyer Fulton? That's Sawyer Fulton Monday from SmackDown. That's Sawyer Fulton from NXT. That guy looks like he's in great shape.
A team that is really, I mean, synonymous with the Jacksonville era of AEW when we had to make our home here for almost 18 months. Oh, yeah. You see -1. We haven't seen -1 in quite some time. That school back in session. He hates you still, by the way. I know he does. I thought the -1 earlier. He told me, I don't like it, guys. I know no one likes it. Hey, you're not back to gambling on wrestling and not with him.
Their opponents are in the ring. The team of Colten,
Yep, that's Sawyer Fulton. That's Sawyer Fulton from NXT, from the group Sanity. That's him. Oh my goodness. That is Sawyer Fulton from NXT. From the NXT back in the day. You know, back when we loved the NXT black and gold brand. That's where he's from.
And Troy Hollywood starting things out with Alex Reynolds from the Dark Order side. And Troy Hollywood can't afford any errors here. They got to be careful with Reynolds. Knows what he's doing. He goes up and up shop.
What the heck is going on live chat? Somebody fucking hacking my YouTube channel?
Reversed into the corner. Hollywood charges in. Nobody home. Reynolds comes flying in. Back elbow strike. Oh, nice job, that flying elbow by Alex Reynolds, I should say, and it's gutsy of a Hollywood young man wearing purple, the Dark Order's colors, and he's got some orange in there, but there's heat with big
Everybody, I don't get picked out.
Well said. Oh! Now, Fulton and Ativalu come in and just overpowering Dark Order. Big guys right there. Two big men, and gotta be careful. Silver and Reynolds could be in trouble here. Reynolds put on the brakes. Silver and Reynolds.
All right, I'm back. I'm seeing things, man. Oh, I seen a rope in here.
From Silver and Reynolds. Always excellent teamwork by these two cats. Oh, Hollywood got caught by Uno. Devon Smith wants no part of it, and Uno upset. But now swinging and a miss by Hollywood, and the boot caught. Now Silver with the assist, and the neck breaker. Well, that's 6 yard board. That's still out. That's teamwork. Fans, just a reminder, Ring of Honor's final battle on pay-per-view comes to the DFW Metroplex on Saturday, December 10th, College Park Center, the University of Texas, Arlington. Tickets available at AEWTIX.com and UGAtickets.com. And the New Year's Smash for AEW Dynamite comes to the Bloomfield, Colorado First Bank Center on Wednesday, December 28th. That's in the Denver area. And then we return to Los Angeles, the fabulous Kia Forum on Wednesday, January 11th. Tickets available at AEWTIX.com.
And Dark Order picks up a victory over these 3 local enhancement towns.
You couldn't do that again if you tried, but the Dark Order could. Negative one's proud.
Guys, I might have to go lay in the bed, man. I ain't feeling right.
I'll tell you what, negative one can't pick it. You might be have to be negative.
I'm really not feeling right, dude.
Oh, that's when it goes the other way with negative numbers. You go up to 0. You know, that's why negative one doesn't like you, Weisenheimer. See? Dark Order, Victoria.
Still going to give you your WWE AEW Wednesday afternoon news.
Eddie Kingston and Ortiz take on the team of AR Fox and Caleb Conley in tag team action next year on AEW Dark.
Even though it's dark now, who cares?
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, and a combined weight of 463 pounds, the team of Eddie Kingston and Ortiz.
Has a lot of pressure on the opponents of Kingston and Ortiz. A real tie game, bottom of the 4th, 2 men on, 2 out situation for them. It is. Definitely is. Tight moment for sure.
Their opponents are in the ring, the team of Caleb Conley and AR Fox.
AR Fox, Caleb Conley, veterans of the independent scene. All 4 of these guys in this match are veterans. And Caleb Conley and Fox, I mean, they know what kind of challenge they're facing, and they're getting the jump on Kingston Ortiz here in the early going. Yeah, I didn't expect this to happen. Here comes Conley, though. He's on the hop here. Caleb Conley taking a flight. He's almost like a headbutt colliding with Eddie Kingston. That's why, to your point, Conley's dead to go ahead.
Finally, I'm done. Ooh. I'm not eating no more food after this. I eat some ice cream and that's it. I ain't eating no more.
That's dangerous right there.
Yeah, already feeling woozy and shit. Feeling like oozy. Like here it is. I'm not feeling oozy. But you know. I'm not feeling oozy like Jey Uso. No.
We've seen him before. Yeah, he's been around too a long time. He certainly has. And now power slam though by Ortiz. Ortiz, 3/4 roll, makes the tag out to Kingston and Caleb Conley. Just ran into a brick wall known as Eddie Kingston's elbow. By the way, 0 equals like less than -1 from the last. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the numbers go up. I had a match decision just tell me the Kingston's looking good here. They got people. Yeah, probably the same guys I have. Yeah, probably. Conley up to the middle rope after Kingston catches the boot.
Eddie's mad. What a hurricane roll from Conley there.
To get a tease right in this thing.
I'm fucking fool.
Fisherman bomb 2.
Wow, what a fisherman bomb from Ortiz, man.
Well, you know, Ortiz and Kingston got surprised at first, but able to seal the deal. But it wasn't easy. Uh-oh, look at this. And now, look at this. The Dragon Sleeper applied, and we've seen Kingston. He's been, I mean, Ortiz is the only one that can speak sense to Kingston. Kingston has just become completely unhinged since Grand Slam last month in New York. And now Kingston is going full-bore Terry Funk here. I love it. People have a good time watching Eddie lose his mind and Lisher to ring against him. And that guy was trying to catch that chair like it was a Pokemon, but Eddie Kingston incensed here. And you're right, Ortiz is the only one who can talk some sense to him. And he's got that bad temper. Well, Eddie Kingston and Ortiz victorious here tonight on Dark. Nick Garrison in the AEW Interim Women's World
Damn. Looks like we're seeing a heel turn of not only Athena, but Eddie Kingston as well. Oh, God. Oh, God. Here we go with this terrible theme song of Emi Sakura.
Very interesting tag team matchup we have here. May Saruga.
Okay, can we get to Harashida and Tony Storm's theme songs, please?
We'll be taking on one of the former proteges of Emi Sakura in Hikaru Shida.
This weird duo.
And their opponents, introducing first from Kanagawa, Japan, Hikaru Shida.
I'm not going to say nothing else.
And her tag team partner from Gold Coast, Australia, she is the interim women's world champion.
They had to be rude by going to an ad right after Tony Storm comes out. Really?
Interesting matchup for a number of reasons. Of course, you have the teacher versus mentor, or mentor versus mentee kind of angle at this, but also on Dynamite.
So right after Tony Storm comes out, they go to an ad. Why they got to put an ad on Tony Storm? I guess they said, you get to see half of Tony Storm's theme entrance. You don't get to see her full theme entrance. You get to see half of it. I guess that's what AEW is telling me. Yeah, whatever, man. Give me a break.
Against Emi Sakura start this thing off, and
That's what YouTube is telling me too. Whatever, man.
Here on Dark, and now May Saruga making her return to the United States. As we've seen over the last few weeks, though, Emi Sakura and Tony Storm, some pretty intense battles. It's now Storm, the high boot, and now May gets dropped by Tony Storm, as does Emi Sakura. Now the AEW Interim Women's World Champion. That hip attack, May Saruga. Yeah, Saruga never expected that, dude. You eat their apples through a straw after that. As now a hair whip there by Tony Storm as charging in on Emi Sakura. Sakura, oh no! Oh, monkey flip. Tony Storm, he's coming in quick here. And Storm looking for another monkey flip and like a double play.
Damn, Storm. Tony Storm's on the road, man. He's taking over. She's red hot. She's on fire, man.
Tony Storm. Oh no!
I guess the reason why they gave Tony Storm a match on Dark is to hype her up for her title defense against Jamie Hayter or AEW Full Gear. Maybe that's why they gave her this match.
It hurts. Arms, side like a bridge hand version. Catches you. Now Emi Sakura. Little bit of tea time here for May and Emi. 2 cups of tea, mate. You know these ladies are from Japan, and you have 2 cups of tea because you're in your room. It's chilly here.
Yeah, nothing but cringe.
One is actually filled with chili. Yes, I know. I'm a cheerleader too. And makes Saruga in the boot to the side of the head of Tony Storm. And disrespecting the AEW Women's World Champ, Interim World Champ, you got to be careful. And look at Tony Storm.
So, you guys need to be more careful what you say in commentary. Jesus Christ, man.
Trying to take a big chunk out of the hand.
Never mind telling Tony Storm she needs to be more careful. You guys need to be more careful with what you say in commentary, dude.
Very powerful. Well, not powerful. She's very, very deadly. Deadly, you just can't judge a book by its cover. She looks like someone that's not big, fierce, and mean. Doesn't mean that she's not fierce and mean. You're welcome. It's very brilliant. Yes. We will chop you.
Now, let me tell you guys something about this teaming of Eddie Kingston and Ortiz going up against AR Fox and Caleb Conley. Now, the thing I have to say about this is the only storytelling that is happening with Ortiz and Kingston is basically Kingston continuing to hold on to their opponents after the bell while potentially rising a disqualification. As far as that 2-on-2 tag team match goes that we just saw right before this 2-on-2 tag team match with Hiroshita teaming out with Tony Storm going up against Emi Sakura and that other female Japanese star. She don't look like a star to me. Just throwing it out there. But that's all I got to say to that. All right, continue on with AEW Dark episode 169. And on screen, we have Tony Storm and Hiroshita versus Emi Sakura and Mei Shiruga. I don't even know who Mei Shiruga is. That name does not ring a bell to me. All the rest of the names that are in this match do.
Shot you one more time. Of course, we haven't seen Hikaru Shida tag in this entire match. Shida, the Regina D Wave champion, as well as the International Ribbon Tag Team champion. She was.
You guys are waiting on my AEW Dynamite watch along, ain't you? I know you are. I'm ready to go live my Dynamite watch along too, but Dynamite to come. I'm ready for Dynamite to come on TV.
Good stuff right there, referee Mike Posey. A woman of your own heart. Yes, she is. The only specialist Mike Posey. This, of course, is not.
I'm ready to watch AEW. I'm ready to watch AEW Dynamite. That's what I'm ready to watch.
You gotta be careful. Storm has a height advantage on. But look at it. No back down from May. And Tony Storm hammering Mason Saruga. And ouch, that neck breaker. Yeah, that was a tough landing on that neck breaker. And Tony Storm wants in. Oh, but Emi Sakura, so it is. Trying to cut it off. Tag is made. And now, look at just a slap to the face. Oh, and a big elbow strike by Hikaru Shida. And a jumping knee.
I love Hikaru Shida. She is great. She is great.
Earlier this year, scored
absolutely great.
Singles victories over Emi Sakura.
Her gimmick is great. Her theme song is great. Her in-ring skills are great, man.
Despite her success here,
Tony Storm is great too. It'd be even more great if Tony Storm lets Jamie Hayter beat her.
Now the cover here.
So Jamie Hayter can become the new AEW Women's Champion. Notice I didn't say world, which is what I probably meant to say, AEW World Women's Champion.
Oh, but wait. Emi Sakura versus Hikaru Shida and drives her down face first. Teacher knows the student a little bit better than the student knows the teacher. Kind of like you and I.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man.
Oh, Shida went to the ropes, huh?
Tess was like you and I. Yeah, sure thing.
And that double suplex attempted.
Tess, I will admit, Tess Escalibar's commentary is better than Tony Schiavone, JR, and Marty Henry's commentary. Their commentary is even better than Paul White's commentary. That's how great Taz and Escalibar are together. That's how amazing they are together on commentary. I love to hear Taz and Escalibar talk because at times they make me laugh. Sometimes they make you laugh, sometimes they don't. Just like sometimes the things they say is funny, sometimes the things they say aren't funny.
Steamroller senton from May and Emmy.
Steamroller senton, what is that?
And Taz, I mean, a victory
the hell?
Here, even though Heavy Soccer is so experienced, a victory here, I mean, would have to be considered an upset. Absolutely. Look at Mesa Ruga, the high roll up, 2 and whoa, so close. Could you imagine if Saruga got the win there on Sheeta? Sheeta, somebody who was contending that AEW Women's World Championship. Oh boy, she
laughed. Oh man, Sheeta laughed because she knew she had her. Sheeta laughed because she had her. No, don't pin her yet, Sheeta. Amy Sakura is still standing. Still in the corner.
Through the elbow strike. But Hikaru Sheeta caught it. The Enziguri. Cracks made.
Sheeta's paying attention to Amy Sakura. This is not looking good. Pay attention though. Attention. She needs to pay attention to Emi Sakura. She is still in the corner.
And now Hikaru Sheeta going up.
Look, I told you.
Shoot, but instead intercepted by Emi
Sheeta
Sakura.
got distracted. Sheeta should have been looking at Emi Sakura. Should have been paying attention.
Very cocky.
Oh my God.
Some big shuffle belly leg. She's behind us.
Emi Sakura sounds like Vicky Guerrero. Jesus Christ, dude.
And a moonsault press, nobody home. She went from your highness to your lowness after she missed that one, Taz. Well played, my man. Thank you very much. And no, Mesa Ruga. Tony Storm caught a backbreaker city. And Storm using her power. She's just marching forward. 4 consecutive backbreakers now. And Mesa Ruga. Oh, this is what the hell? Oh, what the hell is going on here?
I don't know, man.
And now the katana. That's got to be the end of the night for Mesa Ruga. Hikaru Sheeta scores the win.
Winners of this match, the team of Hikaru Sheeta and the AEW Interim World Champion, Tony Storm.
Wow, what a battle. That's some unique offense there, my man. Yeah, a real battle and a great victory for Hikaru Sheeta and Tony Storm.
Oh, man, you love to see it. This had me so satisfying. Emi Sakura getting mad because she lost. That is so satisfying, man. I like it. I like it. I like it, bro. It is so satisfying seeing them lose. It serves them right, dude. Emi Sakura is terrible. Needs to get written off of television. She is terrible. It serves her right.
And Cezar Bononi, the Wingman.
Big tag team main event set here tonight on AEW Dark. And Taz and I are joined here.
Boom, 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 boom. I don't know why I got into this song. I'm getting into this song. I'm actually getting the hang of it for some reason. That theme song from Ryan Nemeth. At first I didn't like it, but now I'm kind of getting into it a little bit. Uh-oh.
My wife actually prefers.
This is not about to look good for Ryan Nemeth and Cezar. But none.
And Wheeler, Utah, Blackpool Combat Club.
Now, Lord Regal, I have to ask some hard feelings on the part of Wheeler Utah towards one of the other members of the Blackpool Combat Club, Brian Danielson.
Unfortunately, when you're competitors and when you're aggressive competitors, sometimes things aren't always going to go copacetically, as they say.
Teammates don't always get along.
Teammates don't always get along, yes.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that. That makes you better.
No. Anything to fire young Wheeler up. if Bryan Danielson's the man to fire him up, then great. He's going to come into this match and take it out on his opponent. Good.
Well, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta, a very complementary pair.
Yeah, man.
Yes, they are.
They sure are.
Stylistically similar in the fact that they're both highly technical wrestlers, but Claudio Castagnoli with that otherworldly strength.
They're extremely powerful. Everybody in the Black Club's helping Wheeler at full extent, but Claudio's really took him in and mentored him greatly. I love to see it.
And Wheeler Yuta starting things off with the Hollywood Hunk, Ryan Nemeth.
Ryan Nemeth, he's a trip. He's a talented lad. He is.
His ears are going, Tess.
His ears. Yeah, well, now Yuta.
Got Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli versus Ryan Nemeth and Cezar. Bononi.
Nemeth, but of course Nemeth, I mean, for all the bluster, is a very highly accomplished freestyle wrestler.
Yes, he is.
Well,
But Yuta,
this looks main event of AEW Dark, guys. Finally, it's all over. After this, I can now get your WWE AEW Wednesday afternoon news real quick. I'm going to be giving you your WWE AEW Wednesday night news on my review, which will be tonight. Which will be tonight.
Yes. The South American Wrestling Tournament is a Comic-Con in Brazil. Yes. I sat through 3 days of that.
How'd that go?
Unbelievable.
Look at that. Wheeler Yuta turned his back on his opponent for a moment, and Cezar Bononi made him pay. As we've seen Cezar Bononi compete a lot here in AEW, and he is by far the most aggressive member of the Wingman.
He is, and big, strong, powerful.
Shit, right? Interesting to see if him and Claudio get rolling there because of the size similarities. But right now, Yuta's in trouble in that corner.
Yeah, he sure is.
Anybody that can match Claudio Castagnoli power for
He
power.
is absolutely in trouble in that corner, man.
Legal right now is Nemeth, but again, like I said,
Anybody still here?
How we talk about Vegas. Yuta is stuck here. Yuta got hoisted up with ease.
Maybe I can kill some time until Dynamite comes on, man. For real, for real. I've been waiting for Dynamite to come on for some time now.
So find a new favorite. I said I'd never join.
I think my tablet is battered.
Joining the lady sounds great.
Thank never actually is.
The Wingman with the chance. Even though kicking out at one.
Good impressive kick out, sends a message to your opponent. When you kick out one, Rico, you know that.
Yes. We're training that constantly all the time. A fighter's instinct. Your shoulders are on mat, get them off the floor quickly.
Get up.
But Ryan Nemeth delivering that knee to the ribcage of Wheeler Yuta, trying to disrupt the breathing.
He loves his pinkies.
That's kind of the Wingman thing. That's why I said that. Oh, they all look.
They do. They have pinkies.
Oh, they're very proud of it.
Yes, they are.
Just like you're proud of me.
I am. And
Beautiful place, Brazil, you know.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Lovely
Yes.
nuts.
Hey, guess what, guys?
They have nice nuts.
I just found out that Sasha Banks will be in Boston for Dynamite tonight. Oh, my goodness. I just literally found that out, like not too long ago. From the internet, I found out that, looked at my phone, bam, it popped up. Found out that Sasha Banks will be in Boston for Dynamite tonight. I wonder what she's doing there. I wonder why she's going to be there. Makes me wonder. We'll have to see.
Bononi. Don't see that much. And that just underscores the power.
Uppercut. There it is. Steady diet of uppercuts.
Every one of those uppercuts right into the sternum and right under the chin. Beautiful.
Yes, well done. You're right. Everyone is perfect, Rico. I agree with you.
And Claudio Castagnoli firing in those uppercuts. Like
The way people are saying it, they're saying it like Sasha Banks is going to convince Paige to sign back with WWE. That's the way they're saying it. I don't know.
His feet by Claudio Castagnoli.
Oh, people love it here.
Uh-oh. Claudio Castagnoli is getting ready to do his signature. Oh, and Cezar Bononi is getting ready to choke slam.
The grip around the
Bononi.
throat of Claudio Wheeler Yuta.
Oh.
Breaks it up. Wheeler Yuta with the
Wheeler Yuta with a DDT to Cezar Bononi.
DDT there. Nemeth though, nice Nice roll up.
Like a rats up. Wow. Another uppercut out of nowhere. And it was Bononi.
Oh, they just clothesline.
Yes.
They double team clothesline Cezar Bononi out the ring.
I think they've singled out Nemeth right now. He's going to go for a little.
Uh-oh. He's going to go for that swing. Ryan Nemeth is holding his head to prevent himself from throwing up.
I love the teamwork. Claudio. Kick right to the liver.
Oh, just wrenches back and immediately Nemeth taps out.
Nemeth tapped out immediately.
We're back, Mr. Rico.
The winners of this match by submission, the team of Rico, Claudio Castagnoli, Blackpool Combat Club.
Well, a big win for the Blackpool Combat Club to cap off this edition of AEW Dark. And remember, Dynamite live tomorrow night.
Dynamite is the night, because today is Wednesday, and I can't wait. Oh, my goodness. Tony Khan promised us that this was going to be one of the best newsworthy Dynamites in all of AEW. Be the Dynamite. This could be the best Dynamite episode ever. This could help. This could be one of the best Dynamites of all time.
You and I have unfinished business, and Sammy Guevara takes out Brian Danielson. Best 2 out of 3 falls. AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Oh man, Daniel Bryan versus Sammy Guevara is gonna be great. Both guys are great in the ring. But I hear that Sammy Guevara has a big mouth backstage. And he had a big issue with Andrade, too. On top of that. Sometimes people like Sammy Guevara just have to keep their mouth shut backstage. You can't let people spew negativity. Same goes for Andrade. You can't let people spew negativity towards you, man. You got to learn how to ignore them and walk away, man. That's what you can do. That's the only thing you can do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that AEW Dark, now that I've finished watching AEW Dark episode 169, I can go ahead and give you my thoughts on the Blackpool Combat Club's Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta versus Cezar Bononi and Ryan Nemeth. Well, honestly, I'm gonna say it as simple as I can say it. The heels dominated the babyfaces team early on, in my vision, in my eyes. And also, they could have majority of the match. Now, I will say that it was all downhill from there for the wingman once Castagnoli tagged in. Now, overall, I will say this. This week's episode of Dark wasn't that bad, but I will say that this was indeed a much improved episode of Dark compared to the recent AEW Dark episodes that we got, compared to all the other Dark episodes of Dark we got, which is the garbage episodes of Dark. The ones that I call garbage, complete garbage. Now, despite this being taped from a few weeks ago, the card was one of the more better cards in quite some time. Dark had a great card. I'm not gonna lie to you. And there were some bad matches on this episode during the middle of the show, and even in the beginning of the show, but the show didn't really feel like a complete throwaway either, as it most of the times do. Not sometimes. Most of the times it does feel like a throwaway show, which is why I don't never go live for my Dark and Elevation watch-alongs, which explains why nobody's in live chat, because the shows suck. The Dark and Elevation shows suck almost every week. Now, that's my thoughts on that. That's my thoughts on Dark and my thoughts on that 2-on-2 tag team match for the main event of AEW Dark. Well, folks, it is time for your WWE and AEW Wednesday afternoon news. All right. We are going to go ahead and start with the news on Cedric Alexander. So, I don't know if you guys seen this news floating around the internet yesterday, but apparently Cedric Alexander was giving a new nickname. Now, I got a question. Why was he given a new nickname? Sounds to me like Bruce is still in charge of Raw and SmackDown the way this sounds. He's not, but it just sounds like he still is. Bruce hasn't even got fired yet. You mean to tell me Bruce is the one that's making all these changes? It just, I don't know. A part of me makes me feel like Bruce is making all these changes, man. I don't know. It just feels like that. It really does. Cedric Alexander got his big break in WWE thanks to the Cruiserweight Classic tournament back in 2016. Now, since then, he has largely been part of the lower card scene, with some tag team titles wins as well, with WWE always changing things up. It seems the company has given him a new nickname, as seen on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. WWE included a new nickname for Cedric Alexander's graphic while he was coming out to compete in a match. WWE changed his nickname to Prime, and even Michael Cole said it's prime time. Therefore, it is evident the company has decided to change things up for Alexander. So I guess we'll have to wait and see whether WWE's new direction with Cedric Alexander will bear fruit or not. I don't know. Will it bear through? Maybe. We'll see. But for the time being, fans will have to put their faith in Triple H once again, because of how much Vince and Bruce have ruined WWE, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and all the talents on both rosters by giving them useless, dumbass fucking nicknames. Excuse my language. That's just how I feel about it. That's just the way I wanted to fucking say it. What y'all's take on Cedric Alexander's new nickname? Sound off in the live chats, please. Every time I say that, I don't see any comments in the live chat. Every time I say it. I don't know why. Next news we have is on WWE Superstar set for a television return this week. Apparently, the superstar that's set for television return this week is Sheamus. I found that out before I went live with my AEW Dark watch along. So you could thank me for finding out information about that. WWE has a roster full of superstars who work very hard. But sometimes they need a break. The company crafted a storyline injury for Sheamus so he could get married. But his return is coming very, very soon. I'm glad Dark is over. Now I can be happy now. Now I can be happy and hope that Dynamite comes on faster than I can blink. Sheamus was putting on banger after banger until the Bloodline put a stop to that. The WWE announced that Sheamus suffered a non-displaced fracture near his elbow in the attack. Makes me wonder if these injuries that these superstars are getting are real or not. I think they are, if you ask me. However, he was temporarily written out of the storylines because he was getting married. Sheamus is now scheduled to be back. PW Insider recently confirmed that Sheamus is set to be back on the road with WWE. He will join the next Friday Night SmackDown taping in Indianapolis. It says here, and I quote, Sheamus, who has been away from WWE for his recent wedding, is scheduled to be back on the road with WWE as of Friday's SmackDown taping in Indianapolis. The Bloodline destroyed Sheamus on with repeated chair shots. Michael Cole said WWE officials transported Sheamus to a local medical facility in the wake of Bloodline's attack. Sheamus and Isabella Rivera announced their engagement back in July 2011. His wife's name has a good touch. His wife's first name and last name has a good touch to it. Isabella Rivera. You might as well call her Isabella Vanilla. Oh man, I knew that wasn't funny, but you know me, I try, man, legitimately. But they both announced their engagement back in July 2021 after he popped the question at the Clips or Monitor in Ireland while on vacation, I think. Ringside News, of course, wished them a happy married life. I wish Sheamus and his wife a happy married life as well, and I hope you guys wish him and his wife a happy married life, especially if you have Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, because Sheamus has Instagram and Twitter. I don't know if he has Facebook. I just said Facebook. Now I'm saying I don't know if he has Facebook. I know. Trust me. I know what's wrong with me, man. It's my freaking head. Let's see what's next in store for Sheamus. Are you excited to see Sheamus back in action? I know I am. Know about you guys. Moving on to the next WWE Wednesday afternoon news that I was supposed to be given earlier. I was supposed to be live with AEW Dark earlier, but I didn't have it scheduled last night because I was sleeping. I was forced to go to bed. I forced myself to go to bed, so I wouldn't have bad eyes. Now, I don't know if you guys heard or noticed, but in my AEW Dark watch along that is still live right now, I mentioned the name Sawyer Colten. Yeah, I did. I remember the name. I mentioned the name Sawyer Colten. So on this week's episode of AEW Dark, the show that I just watched just now, fans saw the death of Fulton, formerly known as Sawyer Fulton, and Madman Fulton of WWE, and I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it, man. I don't even want to say it. I don't, but I have to. But I have to, man. It's my job. I have to. Formerly known as Sawyer Fulton and Madman Fulton of WWE and Impact. Impact Wrestling, a show nobody watches, one of the worst shows in all of professional wrestling. He is set to team up with Troy Hollywood, and I don't know who the other guy was. Antivala, whoever the fuck that guy is, to take on the Dark Order. The Dark Order, of course, won. It was a squash match. Matches that I'm tired of seeing on Dark and Elevation. I wish we would get real matches instead of squash matches. I wish they would start giving Jade Cargill real competition instead of booking her in useless, wasted, complete, god-awful TBS squash championship matches. Like I said, Kayla Rossi should be the one. Kayla Rossi should be the one that Jade Cargill drops the title to. Kayla Rossi, I think she's ready for Jade Cargill. I really do. I kind of do think she's ready for Jade Cargill, and I kind of don't. But you know what? She may have some more. She may have some more moves in her arsenal very soon. I would love to see Jade Cargill feuding with Kayla Rossi. All I gotta do is turn Kayla Rossi babyface and turn and get her away from the Diamond Sheik. Get her away from the Iron Sheik. Even though the Iron Sheik is helping her get wins, but still. I don't even think he's helping her get wins. He just sits there and watches her. Like she's his wife. First of all, let me tell you something, Diamond Sheik. Kayla Rossi's already taken. She already has a man. It's not me. Don't look at me. It's not me. It's somebody that she truly loves, that she truly likes to be with. It's someone that she's truly went on adventures with. I mean, there's pictures of him and her on Instagram together. I mean, I'm not going to say his name, but oh, and I'm going to show you proof that this Jade Cargill and Kayla Rossi feud needs to happen. I'm going to tell you proof. I don't know if you guys were in the live chat for my Dynamite watch along from last month, but I did show you guys an image of Jade Cargill. Kayla was shown on the left, and this other woman was shown on the right. And Jade Cargill was shown in the middle. They were in photos together. It led me to believe, when somebody had already told me before I believed it, it led me to believe. It makes me believe now, since somebody told me, it makes me believe now that Kayla Rossi is basically the protege of Jade Cargill. I'm not saying that Kayla Rossi is the underling, but it makes me believe that Kayla Rossi is a protege of Jade Cargill. She's her fitness buddy. They're friends for life. Sleep together, eat together, train together. That's what I'm trying to say. I imagine Jade Cargill had to be watching Kayla Rossi's match against an Ashley. I don't know how AEW goes and wastes somebody as talented as Ashley. Why would you waste somebody like Ashley, who's so great and so talented at what she does in the ring? I felt bad for Ashley instantly losing to Kayla Rossi. I really did. I don't know how you waste somebody like that on television, especially when you don't even have her all elite. I don't get it. I really don't. That's what I'm talking about right there, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what Tony Khan needs to make sure his rosters are looking good and fixed. Make sure you know who you're booking on TV before you book them. But anyways, guys. Sawyer Fulton, Madman Fulton of WWE Impact Wrestling. He teamed up with Troy Hollywood against Dark Order. Prior to his AEW debut, Sawyer, I didn't mean to say Sawyer, which almost sounds like spoiler, but you know. Sawyer's last in-ring appearance was actually on March the 31st, 2022, which I watched that. Or, no, actually, I didn't watch it. Actually, I did watch it. Change that. Don't pretend like you didn't hear me say that. I don't watch Impact Wrestling. Impact sucks. Nobody watches Impact. Nobody gives a shit about Impact. Okay? I don't watch that. But his last in-ring appearance was in the March the 31st, 2022 taping of Impact Wrestling. Let me guess, Sawyer Fulton left Impact and found out how garbage Impact is. I guess he found out and he left too. That's how me and him left. She found out how god-awful Impact and their producers and writers are. Oh man, I mean, do you blame him for leaving Impact? Nobody watches that crap, man. Come on. You got some of these Impact geeks in the community still supporting the show. I don't get it. I don't get the logic here. I really don't. But anyways, the March 31st, 2022 taping of Impact Wrestling, where he lost to Josh Alexander in under 2 minutes. In August 2022, it was reported that Fulton's contract expired and he was gone from the company. It was predicted he would be making his way to either WWE or AEW, which he made his way to AEW. Along with the debut match of Fulton, 12 other matches were announced for last night's Dark episode, which took place last night, which is what I just watched tonight. Among many other AEW favorites, fans will see the undefeated tag team of Eddie Kingston and Ortiz back in action, which they were. We didn't see much out of Eddie Kingston and Ortiz, but we're starting to see this attitude side of Eddie Kingston, which leads me to believe that he's going to turn on Ortiz and all the Puerto Rican wrestlers. Turn heel. I don't know. I guess they're looking to turn Eddie Kingston back heel. Maybe he was good that way. Maybe he was better as a heel. Maybe he was better off as a heel than the base. I don't know. That's just me. I'm just guessing. But these Dark matches, guys, seriously, these Dark matches were taped on October the 21st from Daily's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm not going to give you the full card. Full card is in the description. All you got to do is read it. Now, this next WWE Wednesday afternoon news is on R-Truth. Like I said, I would have been live earlier. Had I been live earlier, I would have given you guys your, but that's okay. It's best to give it out now. Because AEW Dynamite is about to be coming on in about 1 or 2 hours. All right. Plus, I'm trying to speed up so I can go ahead and do my AEW Dynamite background for the stream. So it'll be ready. It's ready. I just got to do a background for it. But there's some WWE Wednesday afternoon exclusive news on R-Truth, guys. You're not going to believe this. It's going to be sad. What I'm about to tell you is about to have some of you off. It's going to have some of you clicking off, and it's going to have some staying. It's going to have some of you upset. It may have some of you so sad that you may end up having a tear coming down your eye. I don't know. But I got some sad news on R-Truth, guys. This is unfucking fortunate, man. It sucks to be him right now. It really does. Legitimately. R-Truth apparently is suspected to be out of action for up to 6 months with quad injury. That is bad. Very, very bad. R-Truth tore his quad tendon during his match against Grayson Waller last week on NXT. The incident took place when R-Truth went for a top rope dive and landed awkwardly, resulting in the match being cut off, basically being called off. Now, yesterday, R-Truth did post a video on Twitter where he announced that he tore his quad and will be undergoing surgery in a few moments. But this was obviously not the update he wanted to give. R-Truth promised that he will return. As my sources Ringside News, their founder, Steve Carrier, noted on Twitter, the recovery time for an injury is around 6 months, which means that he will be out of action until April, depending on his recovery. So it means he could be back in April of 2023, which is a long time. And R-Truth might retire by then. I don't know. Here's here, and I quote, this is what he said. R-Truth announced on social media today that he tore his quad tendon. I keep saying tender. Tendon. Tenders are the tenders, chicken tenders you eat. But here's here, and I quote, R-Truth announced on social media today that he tore his quad tendon. He announced it yesterday, though. The truth about it. And it's going in for surgery. Recovery time for that particular injury is around 6 months. That would put him out until at least April, depending on recovery. End quote. Even with the 6 months recovery time, it could take additional time to pass WWE screening and get R-Truth back into rotation, to be back on the road before you see him pop up on TV. It's a damn shame that R-Truth's injury came at a time when he was just receiving more screen time. Really is. It was even getting over with the fans. It'll be interesting to see if WWE still continues to push him after he returns from injury. Thoughts and prayers go out to R-Truth. Hopefully, I also wish him a speedy full recovery. Hopefully, when he comes back next year in April 2023, he'll be back on TV better than ever. He'll get back to doing what he does best, which is entertaining and making the fans laugh. What's y'all's take on this story? Let me know. Okay. This next WWE Wednesday after the news we have is on the Monday Night Raw viewership. Yes, folks. Apparently, the viewership sees the Monday Night Raw viewership seemingly boosts this week. Doesn't mean the show was great. I mean, the show wasn't even that great. This week's Monday Night, I said it. As a matter of fact, I said it on one of my WWE and AEW news live streams this week. This week's episode of Monday Night Raw was weak. I legitimately said that on one of my streams, dude. One of my WWE and AEW live streams. My WWE and AEW news live streams. That this week's episode of Monday Night Raw was legitimately weak. Absolutely weak. Even JD on this podcast, on this Monday Night Raw review, said this week's episode of Monday Night Raw was weak. Which I agreed. It was weak. There was nothing on the show that piqued my interest. I watched Monday Night Raw when I got home from work. After his review, I actually watched Monday Night Raw. There was nothing on that show that piqued my fucking interest, dude. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Outside of me and him's return. And you know what? That's pretty much it. Outside of me and him's return, in this continuation of the feud between OC and Judgment Day, that's pretty much it, really. Pretty much it, really, dude. Safe to say that Monday Night Raw this week was absolutely, utterly terrible, so to speak. Last week, the only show that delivered was Friday Night SmackDown. This week, in my opinion, the only shows that are going to deliver is SmackDown and Dynamite. Now, it says here that WWE aired their Fallout after Crown Jewel, and they got a lot accomplished. We'll have to see how things transpire for this point on as we approach the road to WrestleMania, but at least we know, says Ringside News, how the ratings did this week. According to WrestleNomics, the November the 7th episode of Monday Night Raw brought an overnight average of, I guess, 1,593,000 viewers with a .43 and 1849 demographic. I may not have said that right, but oh well, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit, man? It's just the news on viewership. I mean, it's not that serious. The October 31st episode of Raw brought an overnight average viewership of 1.1 million with a .36 and 18 to 49 demographic. That's all I'm going to say, guys. I'm not going to go any further. I'll probably finish going over the rest of the Raw viewership when I'm live with my Dynamite review. I'm going to move on to the next because it's almost 7 o'clock and my Dynamite watch along is scheduled to go live at 7:35 p.m. So I want to at least be done at least by 7 o'clock or 7:10. So I can go ahead and do the background really and be ready for Dynamite tonight. So I still got a crush on Jamie Hayter. Yep, still got a crush on him, man. I had a crush on her for positive reasons, not for negative reasons. But anyways, next news we have is on WWE planning some craziness for War Games matches at Summer Survivor Series. I got a question. What fucking kind of craziness? What are they talking about? Well, I have the answers for you guys as to what craziness they're talking about here for Survivor Series War Games. And you guys might be asking, why are they saying craziness? Well, you're about to find out. You're about to find out. For real. It says here that WWE announced earlier this year that the traditional 5 versus 5 Survivor Series matches will be replaced by War Games matches. And the premium live event was aptly renamed Survivor Series War Games. Well, now it appears that WWE has some major plans for the War Games match. According to Brian Alvarez, according to Brian Alvarez, WWE is planning for some craziness for the War Games matches, Survivor Series. This is because WWE needs more footage or video packages featuring the match. Most of the footage they have features NXT superstars that are no longer in the company. I wish my neighbor's dog would shut the hell up. Anyways, the first War Games match took place in 2017 and featured the Undisputed Era, Sanity, and the Authors of Pain. That was the time when NXT was actually great. When the Black and Gold brand was the best that it could have ever been. The best that it ever was. The best that it could ever be. I don't know what else to say, man. My head just don't feel right. It's legitimately making me just like, it's in my head, my brain in my head is just like shutting me down. to where I can't say nothing right. All the participants involved in the match are no longer with the company. Rightfully so. The 2018 War Games match featured the Undisputed Era. The Undisputed Era, he's done Ricochet and the War Raiders. The War Games match featured the Undisputed Era, who faced the Muscle Champion Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic, and Kevin Owens in 2020. The Undisputed Era faced Pat McAfee, Gunn, Oney Lorcan, and Danny Burch. The NXT War Games match that featured all current WWE superstars took place last year. The match featured Ciampa, Gargano, Pete Dunne, and LA Knight, who challenged Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Grayson Waller, and Tony D'Angelo. The Survivor Series War Games is set to take place on November the 26th. The only matches confirmed for the event are 2 War Games matches, although the participants for the matches are yet to be revealed. It'll be interesting to see what sorts of crazy moments they're ready to plan for the match. What's y'all's take on the story? Let me know in the live chat, please. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, moving on to the next news. So, apparently, Cain Velasquez granted $1 million bail in attempted murder case. It's been a while since I haven't seen news on Cain Velasquez. Last time I saw Cain Velasquez was when he was going up against Brock Lesnar for, I think, Crown Jewel or Super Showdown, one of the pay-per-views. Former UFC heavyweight champion, pro wrestler Cain Velasquez has been in jail since February the 28th on attempted murder charges. My head is not mentally there, y'all. My head is legitimately not there. Now, after all this time, he was finally granted bail. According to Sports Illustrated, a judge granted Cain Velasquez $1 million bail on Tuesday after serving 8 months in California's Santa Clara County while getting trial for attempted murder. Velasquez was allowed bail after the conclusion of a pretrial hearing by Judge Arthur. Velasquez was denied bail on 4 different occasions by Judge Sheena Brown. That's what it says. I'm not joking. I'm not making that shit up. Velasquez attorney Mark Geragos told ESPN that his client has to wear a GPS tracker, not be allowed within 300 yards of the presumed victims as rules of his obtained bail. Geragos also stated that the securing a hearing with Arthur played an integral role in the judge's decision to grant bail. It says here, and I quote, "Instead of listening to all this hyperbole and nonsense bandied about, we have a hearing with cross-examinations and witnesses under oath." End quote. Now, Velasquez is still facing attempted murder charges of Harry and several charges that include 1 count of shooting at a motor vehicle or aircraft, 3 counts of assault with a firearm. Jesus Christ. Cain Velasquez got to get his life together. He got to stop doing all this stuff. He's gonna die and go to hell for all this stuff. He doesn't stop doing this. For real, you can die and go to hell for all that shit. You can. No shit. It says it in the Bible, man. It really does. I'm not joking. 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of willfully discharging a firearm from a vehicle, and 1 count of carrying a loaded firearm with intent to commit a felony. Cain pleaded not guilty in August to all charges. Well, that's good. In a civil lawsuit filed on behalf of Velasquez in June, Harry was accused of molesting Velasquez's 4-year-old relative. I've heard about this years ago. That's sad. I'm so sorry to Velasquez's daughter, and my condolences go out to him and her and his family during those difficult times. I imagine how angry Velasquez was when he found that out. That prompted him to chase after Harry in his car and fire multiple shots into Garotti's truck with a .40 caliber handgun. That's Harry's last name, by the way. Garotti's stepfather, Paul Bender, and Garotti's mother, Patricia, were inside the truck at the time of the shooting, according to court documents by the Denver Post. In August, a bullet struck Bender, and he did not suffer significant injuries. My sources ringside news will monitor new developments in Cain Velasquez murder attempt charges. I guess we'll have to see what happens next, but at least he is out on bail. What do you all think of this whole ordeal involving Cain Velasquez? Let me know in the live chats. All right. This next news we have is on John Cena, guys. So there's some WWE Wednesday afternoon exclusive news on John Cena. So John Cena has spoken to WWE Pyro about WrestleMania 39 appearance. There was even some rumors of Walter possibly defending his Intercontinental Championship against John Cena for WrestleMania 39. I've seen those rumors floating around. I wonder if that match is going to happen or not. Makes me wonder. Guess we'll find out. It says here that John Cena's star continues climbing in Hollywood, but he hasn't shut the door on a WWE return with the road to WrestleMania starting soon. John Cena's name is popping up once again. Gunther's name has been popping up as well. A tenured member of the WWE creative team confirmed to Ringside News that Cena is under contract to WWE for several more years and is committed to perform when mutually agreed upon. My sources Ringside News was told that John Cena has already discussed WrestleMania with Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Nick Khan, known as Nick Khan. No relation to Tony Khan. Only time will tell if they can work something out. That being said, Cena is also incredibly loyal to not just WWE, but I wish he was never loyal to Vince McMahon after he paid several female talent hush money to shut them up on his sex scandal bullshit. Guy's a fucking sicko, man. That 77-year-old senile dumb fuck, that guy is a sicko, man. He really is. Oh my god. I can't believe he did all that. What a sick guy Vince McMahon is, dude. Really. I'm glad Sasha Banks doesn't say thank you, Vince McMahon, I love you, Vince anymore on Twitter. She stopped that shit when she learned that Vince McMahon was paying all those several female talent hush money. Jesus Christ, I don't blame her. I don't blame Sasha Banks, dude. Like, really. I don't blame her for stop tweeting out, I love you, Vince McMahon. Thank you, Vince. You're the best, man. No, he ain't the best no more. Oh, man. He ain't the best no more, man. I'm telling you right now. She's more like a psychopath. The sickest person you would ever see. And I've seen some recent photos of Vince. He looks like somebody ate his fucking neck off. That's how scared Vince McMahon looks now. That's how frightened he looks now. Ringside News were told that there is no issue with Cena working for WWE after Vince McMahon's exit. Good. Maybe there was problems with Cena working with WWE before his exit. I wouldn't be surprised if that comes up on the fucking news. Oh my god, man. There probably were some problems with Cena working with WWE before Vince's exit. You know, you could bet your ass. You could bet your ass there was. There probably was, more than likely. Not after his exit, but before his exit. But anyways, given the fact that WrestleMania is going Hollywood again next year, it seems like a natural fit to see John Cena do something on the show. We have not heard any confirmation that Cena will be in some SoFi Stadium in April's ringside news, but he is currently open to the idea. I'm not saying this, they are. What's y'all's take on Cena making more WWE appearances? Sound off in the live chats, guys. Alright. I think that is the last WWE Wednesday afternoon news that I have. Oh, actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. I got some more news on listed here. Let's go over the news on Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark, because this is kind of interesting. Not that interesting, though. Not that it's really that serious, but given that it's setting up a storyline feud between Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons, it has something to do with that. Zoe Stark turned on Nikita Lyons on this week's episode of NXT. This sets up a storyline between the two. So we're going to see Zoe Stark feuding with Nikki Lyons. So it's going to be a Zoe Stark, Nikki Lyons feud. It's going to be a singles feud in NXT going forward in the NXT Women's Division, which I think is a good idea, which I think it's great. This gives an opportunity for Zoe Stark to show everybody how good she is as a heel. I don't think she's never been heel before, though, to be honest. Maybe in the Indies, maybe. Not in WWE. But Nikita Lyons broke her silence after the shocking portrayal of Zoe Stark under NXT. Nikita Lyons was struck by surprise when her partner Zoe Stark knocked her down in the ring. Things fell apart on NXT after the two failed to capture the women's tag team titles. In response to this shocking development, Lyons has finally spoke out. For some time now, Lyons and Zoe Stark have been working together. They attempt to win the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Yeah, I said it, folks. The NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Against Katana Chance and Kayla Karter. Now, they were unsuccessful. Zoe later knocked out her partner with one of those titles to make matters worse. Following Stark's unexpected heel turn, Lyons eventually broke her silence on Twitter. She retweeted the tag team match where everything happened while using the broken heart emoji. Now, she is obviously devastated by Zoe's abrupt change of heart. Lyons and Stark had previously failed. I mean, well, no shit. Nobody fucking gave a shit about the match. Nobody watched it. I mean, what else do you want people to fucking think of this match? You want to know why they failed? Because they're not a team. They were just nothing more than a paired up team. They're not an actual tag. These geeks in the community, some of these geeks in the community think Zoe Stark and the Nikita Lyons are still a tag team. Are you kidding me? Give me a break, man. In reality, both Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons are singles competitors. They are single female talents, not a tag team talent. Remember what I said last week, guys? The SmackDown, Monday Night Raw, and NXT tag team, women's tag team divisions are non-existent. There's no women's tag team division. There's no women's tag team divisions on Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. No. Just because they have a women's tag team on Raw, SmackDown, on Raw and NXT doesn't mean it's not non-existent, because it is. Well, all three brands, women's tag team divisions, non-existent. No tag teams at all. But outside of Damage Control, Toxic Attraction, that's it. Kayla Karter and Katana Chance, they're nothing more than paired up tag teams. I would not be surprised if they had Kayla Karter heel on Katana Chance soon. You know that's going to happen soon, because they're not an actual tag team. I don't know if you guys knew that. They're a paired up tag team too. They don't even have a tag team name. That's how we know that Katana Chance and Kayla Karter are paired up tag team. They have great chemistry as a team, but they're not an actual tag team, though. I'm telling you that right now. They'll have great chemistry in the ring. If they had Kayla Karter turn on Katana Chance, we get Katana Chance versus Kayla Karter for an NXT pay-per-view. Then we can say, yeah, they got great chemistry together in the ring. As a team, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of downing that a little bit. What? Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons have consistently failed to defeat the reigning champion team. Lyons and Stark may get into a fight now that they are both planning to concentrate once more on their individual careers, which is great. That is something you want to see on television. Something we've been waiting to see for a while. Nikita Lyons has once again captured the WWE Universe's attention. This might be the crucial step toward her joining WWE's main roster. Only time will tell how this rivalry unfolds. What are y'all's thoughts on this story? Let me know in the live chat. Please. I would really appreciate it. I know you guys are interested in this storyline between Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark. I know I am. Alright, so next, I have some news on Paul Heyman. This is actually bad news, sad news, by the way, on Paul Heyman. This is a very serious news. Like, this is not funny. What I'm about to tell you, it's going to have some of you very upset. It's not going to have you laughing at all. This is not funny. I know negative geeks coming in the live chat with laughing emojis. Ah ha ha ha, Paul Heyman did that, Paul Heyman did this, that's what he did. No, it's not funny. A video surfaced of Paul Heyman falling on his face after WWE SmackDown. So I assume this was last week's episode of Friday Night SmackDown, which was last Friday, I assume. Maybe. You guys have to find out once I go over it with you guys. Paul Heyman has been one of the most well-known and established names in pro wrestling world for decades. There is no one who can doubt him when it comes to his understanding of the business. The video surfaced that Paul Heyman fell on his face after SmackDown. Sources of Ringside News recently shared a resurfaced video on Instagram which showed Paul Heyman hilariously falling on his face. It's not that funny. I don't know why Ringside News is picking on something like this. It's not funny, guys. Cut the shit. Chill out. Seriously. You're my sources. You're my only sources, but cut it out. That's not funny when a guy in his 50s and 60s is falling on his fucking face, dude. It's not funny. Cut that out. I don't want to see people laughing like a bunch of 13-year-olds. Come on, man. Seriously. This isn't funny. This is a man that's been in the business for a long time. He didn't deserve to fall on his fucking face like that. Come on. Use some common sense here now. Heyman was tagged into the match with Roman Reigns in the Usos. Heyman removed his coat, dashed toward the ring, and jumped onto the edge of the squared circle. As he was about to step in the ring, Heyman tripped on the middle rope and fell on his face. It says here, and I quote, Paul Heyman gets tagged in after WWE SmackDown falls on his face. Now, if it was real, you guys wouldn't be laughing then. Which actually was, in my opinion, was real. And that didn't look fake at all. That didn't look fake at all, dude. That looked like an actual fall. Which is why I'm not laughing. There's not a damn thing funny about it. Nothing funny about it, dude. Something in my eye. Paul Heyman is currently the special counsel to Roman Reigns. Like, yes, my tribal chief. Yes, my tribal chief. Ooh, yeah, my tribal chief. Hey, tribal chief. That's what he does. Anyways, it remains to be an integral part of the bloodline. We'll have to see what's next in store for Paul Heyman. I'm not watching that hilarious video because it's not funny. I don't find anything about that funny at all. I know I've said funny like 5-6 different times. I'm just telling the truth, man. Alright. This last piece of WWE Wednesday afternoon news I have for you guys is on Triple H. Yes, this news is on Paul Levesque. So apparently, Triple H will likely bring back King of the Ring tournament. Triple H was made the head of WWE Creative after Vince McMahon retired back in July. That's good. Still, to this day, I'm still glad that Triple H was made head of creative. The company underwent several changes since then, and is unlikely to stop anytime soon. In fact, the game is expected to bring back a classic tournament, which happens to be King of the Ring. WWE's King of the Ring pay-per-view was a yearly event until the company decided to change that. Well, however, with Triple H consistently changing things up in WWE, that could change soon. WrestleVotes told Give Me Sport that there is a very good chance Triple H will bring back the King of the Ring event as a one-night show. Says here, and I quote, there's a very good chance that the King of the Ring is back, and likely back in the format that had happened in the late 80s. The idea is that every single match will happen that night. Tonight, a lot of the matches happen on Superstars and Raw with the semifinals. I think they meant to say SmackDown and Raw, but I don't know. That's just me. I'm just correcting it. With the semifinals and finals on pay-per-view, if it's going to come back on pay-per-view, which I would say is probably going to happen, you're not going to have a full-on one-night tournament. And then they go on to say, and then WrestleVotes go on to say that, in the last paragraph, that, I mean, tournament wrestling is old school wrestling. And Hunter loves old school wrestling. If it still makes sense, especially when you have 500 people on the roster, you can do it. That's what they're going to do. End quote. Perhaps WWE just might end up bringing back the King of the Ring tournament as a premium live event. It's likely fans would actually be down with that idea as well. What's y'all's take on WWE bringing back the King of the Ring? Sound off in the live chat. That's going to do it for your WWE Wednesday afternoon news. Now we're going to go over your AEW Wednesday afternoon news. News that I should have went over earlier. I should have been live for Dark earlier, but obviously I said earlier that I wasn't. I decided to wait till like 4. Because I was not feeling right earlier. My head is still not feeling right. My head's still feeling some type of way. I don't understand why. I think it's because I ate that baked chicken, dude, because I did eat it. Oh, that probably explains it then. All right. So we're going to start off with the AEW Wednesday afternoon news on AEW Games shutting down their Fight Forever rumors. This is some interesting news here. So AEW continues to grow as a pro wrestling company and has been successful in their regard over the last 3 years. It would be great if Tony Khan starts hiring an AEW general manager, an AEW executive director, and AEW produces and writers. That'd be great to get them to help him out. He needs help. He is in desperate need of help producing and writing shows and straightening out the men and women's rosters in AEW. I honestly believe that till this day. I still believe it. The company also decided to dive deep into the video game industry with their AEW Fight Forever game. AEW recently responded to rumors that AEW Fight Forever will be included in Xbox Game Pass. The release of AEW Fight Forever will be included in the Xbox Game Pass subscription service. According to a November 7th report, the official Twitter for AEW Games recently took Twitter to shut down the rumors. Says here, and I quote, "This also seems like a good time to share that we don't anticipate AEW Fight Forever being part of any monthly gaming subscription services. AEW Fight Forever will be available in store at your favorite retailers or online. Reserve your copy today at https with 2 dots and 2 slashes thqnordic.com. Might have got it wrong. Whatever. End quote. The release date of AEW Fight Forever is still unknown. The game will be accessible on PC, PS5, Xbox XS, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and that's it. Those are the only consoles that the Fight Forever game will be available for. The Soldier Ringside News will update fans, such as myself, on the situation, on the status of AEW Fight Forever when more is known. Hopefully they give us some more updates. I'll be glad when they do. Now, Ringside News are not only my sources, but Ringside News are other young YouTube wrestling content creative sources as well. So they're just one of my many sources, you know, my only sources in the community. But anyways, I love Ringside News for what they do. They always give out good news. Their exclusives are great. Their WWE and AEW news are always great. Their news are never fake. I don't know why these geeks in the community are still saying Ringside News are fucking what is that thing they said? Ringside News are dirt sheets? Yeah, right. Give me a break. Stop with the fucking lies. They are not dirt sheets. Stop with the lies. People are still spraying that negativity in the community. Ridiculous. It really is. Makes no sense. Okay, so there's some AEW Wednesday afternoon news on Adam Cole, but there's also some bad news on Adam Cole, which is not good. It's not all that good. I hate to bring it up. So there's some bad news on Adam Cole's return. Adam Cole is regarded as one of the most skilled in-ring stars in the pro wrestling world right now. He left NXT last year, made his way to AEW, which made fans happy. Cole has been absent for a long time, and now we have some bad news, says Ringside News, to share regarding his return. Cole competed in a fatal four-way match for the IWGP World Heavyweight title at Forbidden Door despite being injured before the match. The match led to him suffering a concussion as well. Yeah, that's the bad news, folks. And he hasn't returned to in-ring competition in AEW yet. The accomplished star returned on AEW Dynamite back in August and got a bit physical as well. And he has been absent after that. While speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Brian Everett has noted that he has heard nothing about Adam Cole as of late. That's not good. That's not good at all. I wonder what Britt knows. They need to be asking wife Britt Baker and see what she knows. It says here, and I quote, "I've heard nothing as of late about Adam Cole. Adam Cole's future in AEW is also in doubt." So I guess we'll have to wait and see what will ultimately become of the former NXT champion in the future. They need to really consider asking Britt Baker and see what she knows. That's the idea right now. They need to be asking her, see what she knows and see what's going on. Because it doesn't sound too good. Are you guys excited about Adam Cole's return? Even though he's not expected to return sooner. I don't know, because of his concussion and his other injury he's got. Now, moving on to the next AEW Wednesday afternoon news. This one's on Dusty Rhodes, and then your last AEW Wednesday afternoon news is on Tony Khan. We're gonna go over the news on Dusty Rhodes first. So apparently, Dusty Rhodes has less than a year left on his contract. Dusty Rhodes was one of the first big former WWE stars that AEW snatched up. Former Goldust renovated himself once again and saw some great matches inside the AEW ring. That time may be coming to an end, says Ringside News. Dusty Rhodes tweeted on October the 12th that he was heavily thinking about the next step. On August the 26th, Rhodes wrestled at AEW Rampage. He was unable to defeat Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor World title. Rhodes recently spoke with Sports Guys Talk Wrestling about his in-ring status and his mindset. His body is feeling good and he's ready to get back in the ring. That being said, Rhodes realizes time is not on his side. Says here, and I quote, "Knee is great. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go back. I'll be back very, very soon, probably 2 weeks. Right now, I feel good. I am getting older, and that kind of weight on my mind." Sorry, guys, I got my phone in my hand. I'm pulling up my thumbnail for AEW Dynamite and turning it into my background. I gotta replace the background and then do what I gotta do on here. But he goes on to say, I am getting older, and that kind of weighs on my mind a little bit. End quote. And then he has some other things to say, which I'm about to reveal to you guys in a minute. When asked for more information about his knee and surgery, Rose stated, a lot of cleanings. I've never had an ACL surgery. This is 14 surgeries, although, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of surgery. Damn. Bless that guy's heart, man. He went through a lot. I know he went through a whole lot. He then went on to remark that he just has a little less than a year left on his contract. He also stated that he will do his best to entertain as much as possible. Pretty sure he will. He goes on to say in the last paragraphs that I was just feeling old because my knee is taking a little longer to recuperate. Now I've got it. It's good to go. I'm getting younger. In fact, I know my time is short. I still have a year under contract. A little less than a year. And I'm going to try to do the best I can and entertain as much as I can because I still love it. And I'm pretty passionate about it. It is a young man's game, as everyone finds out. Rose stated that even Undertaker, Bret Hart, and Steve Austin need to recognize the reality that they are getting older. And when Rose returned to the ring is unknown. Ringside today on the story. I'll keep you guys on the story. Once they do, let it know something. I'll let you guys know something. Of course, I always do my live streams every week. Keep up to date with what's going on in the world of professional wrestling and to give you your AEW news. First. All right. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, your last AEW now. Oh man, I don't know if I want to believe or not. Apparently, promises the entire IWC community that this sort of AEW done a good word for them. Oh man, it's like because we got that all TBS championship match between Renee Cargill and Jonathan Terrible. It was. I'll admit, I think every time outside of that championship match, I mean, that's my interest in last week from Diamante. Every person is looking on a lot of passion for pro wrestling. We know that. But his job, he needs to have the producers and writers hired. He needs to have a general manager hired. He needs to have a executive director hired. That can help you and for fans and everybody in the IWC and say, oh, this week's episode of Dynamite was great. Oh, this episode of Praise or this episode of Dark Elevation was fantastic. Interesting to watch, you know? Shit like that. No doubt that whatsoever has taken a nosedive after a series of questionable weeks and bad this year. Despite this, hanging some huge promises for AEW this week. Season so spectacular as it was featured Brian Davis, we're not considering Griff earlier. As you guys heard earlier in the background, I don't know if you guys were here listening to the background, listening to the commentary or not. He was struck in 2 out of 3 calls. It comes to Twitter ahead of this week's episode. I promised that show. And I called. Same as what the show on this Dynamite on TBS Network. And but while is Garrison versus round 2 Maurice match. In a match, a tournament match. In Klein and FDR Glory and the bigger. And so Ryan face to face. We have to jump off the ball. That's what's slated for night. Alex, AEW Wednesday afternoon news. I will have your AEW Wednesday news after your Dynamite review, which will be live tonight. Not immediately after. A little bit after Dynamite. Not immediately. Guys, time for time to watch. I go live. Go ahead and get my background done so I can start going through my Dynamite watch along. If you guys enjoy your time here in live chat, me man, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm getting the hell in here because I will be live. My Dynamite watch along will be live for AEW Dynamite episode. Oh shit, I forgot what episode Dynamite was. I may have to turn on TV, see what episode it is. I gotta turn TV back on. Shit. Damn. I knew something told me to keep my TV on. I knew it. I fucking knew it, man. Hold on, let me see. Oh, you know what? I can. Let's see what episode it is. If you guys are wondering what episode this week's Dynamite is, I'm about to tell you right now. It's on the screen. Okay, this week's episode Dynamite is episode 45. So I will see you guys live for AEW Dynamite episode 45. The watch along is about to go live as soon as I get done with this background, which it won't take long. It'll take at least 1 or 2 minutes. I'm getting out of here. I hope to see you all in the live chat, and I want the biggest audience that I can get in the live chat, please. I really appreciate it. Stay safe, and I will see you guys in the live chat for AEW Dynamite in 4 minutes. Getting out of here.